Pagan, you failed to liberate your brothers, just as you have failed in poisoning my subjects against me. Call out to your dreamer. Let us see if he answers.
Yep, we're doing this. I don't know what else to do. Definitely don't need uber strict.
By the dreamer's will, I have another chance.
Yeah, that's fine. It's been a minute. I've been mostly playing Mirage.
Now I would appreciate it if you could.
I just kind of wanted to start messing with Path of Exile 2 again. It's been a minute.
Rest now. I will see about this miller.
Feels kind of weird playing with the WASD, but actually I'll just take that just to sell it, I guess. I figured I'll just kind of spitball some of the stuff I'm hoping for. Talk a little bit about the next update. Throw my 2 cents in there. Everyone's got a couple pennies rubbing in their pockets right now.
Power. But at what cost?
You can skip the tutorials. Yeah, I don't know. I like Path of Exile 2 a lot. I think it's really good. It's a really good game. Path of Exile, the Mirage League, was super duper duper fun and good. Did a cyclone build. First time ever being able to kill the Ubers. Like a mirror's worth of stuff on my character. A mirror. Probably the farthest I've ever gotten with. Path of Exile 1 was this league. So I feel pretty good about that. I felt like I was too dumb to get it. I just kept kind of bashing my head up against it and it worked. Who knew? I'm probably gonna just do like Hollow Palm. I've yet to do Hollow Palm at all. UE2. I want to try it. And I'm very much a person who likes theme. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand the importance of metas and following a good build and all that good stuff, but like, I like the idea of a theme. Like, thematic builds, like, yeah, like, I'm sure Hollow Palm works better on like the Ranger or whatever. But I like the idea of it being the monk, because it's the monk. Like, the Keystone is literally the fucking monk, so. But, sorry. So I'm gonna just, I don't know, fiddle around with that, see how that goes. Just gonna do it blindly. Homebrew, if you will. I think the topic of conversation, like around 0.5, other than just like the content in it, is this idea of like a vision. And the implicit demand for one. I don't get it. I don't
Skill always
I don't
beats
understand the need
Don't hunt. Please come and
to have some hyper explicit definition of what PoE 2 is supposed to be.
How have the Ezamites
Personally,
this far?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care what the vision is.
Has taught him strength.
I trust Yee to do a good job on the vision,
I sense within her a
whatever the heck that means. What do I even have in here? Oof, a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, I don't really play solo cell much. God, there's like no tabs in this game. PoE 1, I have tabs like all the way down here. Virtual chins. I'm gonna just try and do this without most of anything here. What's this? Anything else? Bunch of stuff. Okay.
How's the clearing? Take a look. Deal.
Movement speed anywhere? Nope. Zilch. Fire damage. I'm okay, I guess. But, yeah, I don't really get the whole vision argument. Like, what is this chat saying right now? It's global chat. You do. Who do I talk to? Your emotions, Jesus. Farted. Awesome. Quality stuff over there. Anyways, let me put on, Killing Palm. Yeah, I don't really, just, it feels like mountain out of a molehill type of thing. Because, like, I don't think at any point anyone was arguing for the vision for PoE 1. And that game is still very much in development. I might actually do some leveling as this, to be honest. Because the wolf is just a little faster when it hits hard. Yeah, I just don't get it. My take is not absolutely nuanced or anything. It's just, I just kind of feel one way about it. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what a weird thing to be demanding of. It kind of gives the vibe of, like... and I'm not trying to put, like, GGG in some, like, you know, position of, like, they can do no wrong. Obviously, there's been plenty of leagues in PoE 1, from what I've heard, that have just been really bad. But every time they've done bad, they're like, oops, my bad. And then they fix it. You know? It's a gaming content development. They're going to experiment. They're going to try new things. And as far as I've seen, in the past, like, 2 years I've been playing this. Well, year and like a half. They're pretty good at taking in feedback. Like, they're pretty open to feedback. They're pretty good at, like, adjusting from said feedback. And being pretty, like, appropriate with their responses. Like, you just listen to the way, like, Jonathan talks about, or Mark talks about, the Atlas in this game. Both the maps and the tree. Like, he sounds like us. Like, he sounds like people who play the game. So if that's their general attitude towards the game, like, I think we should put more trust on them. Because the whole topic of the vision just feels, I don't know. It feels like a little like, you better tell us what you're planning on this game right now, or I'm gonna think it's like, I don't know. It feels out of place. So it's kind of all I really want to say about it. I just think the discussion, it being a topic of discussion, is silly. So, anyways, on to the stuff that I kind of want to yap about. What's actually coming in the next update? Having played PoE 1 for what I feel like it's probably, you know, a noobish amount of time. I only have like 1,000 hours in it now. And only for the first time this league, or in any league, I played a little bit of Calgar. I played Fresia a little bit, Fresia. I really tried to get into it for the first time. I really tried. In Breach, at the most recent Breach League. And I really liked it. I didn't get too far. I got, I think, 2 Void Stones and that was it. I don't know, maybe the build I was doing was just not one I could have really wrapped my head around properly to, you know, build it up. But neither here nor there. I really liked last league, Breach, and I was like, I really want to do more next league. So I did a lot more. Happy to say I now have a decent-ish build. Haven't killed all the Uber bosses, but I have killed 4 of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not really good at doing this whole talking and playing thing. Anyways. Ooh, an amulet. Nice, right away. Hell yeah. I can't really do much on this stuff right here, so. Oh, never mind. I can. I'm probably gonna just put on this. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. PoE 2 crafting is the best. I think not.
I don't have room for that.
I love how his voice is different when he's in wolf form. It's pretty cool. Kind of do want all this stuff though. I can sell it at least. So yeah, in PoE 1, I feel like the end game is just so goddamn good. It's kind of perfect. I really can't think of anything that's wrong with it or missing, or it's one of those things where it's just, it gets better the more you play it, and just always wanting more. Is kind of like really the only downside of it, because it's just, you know, it's one team. Probably put something here. Just change this title a bit. Sure, that's good enough. gonna just go find the waypoint for this real quick. So I was able to dabble a lot in PoE 1 this league. Like I was able to do a lot of the content that I just never really felt like my build was good enough to do. I wouldn't even say efficiently, just at all, kind of, really. I felt like I just never had a good enough build to do much. So this league, I was able to do everything. It's kind of awesome. I get it. Like, I get it now. I get why people like PoE 1 so much. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of a perfect game. At least, you know, kind of on a newer player's perspective. Feels like a damn near perfect game. I guess I'll get this one at it. But there are definitely some mechanics that I enjoyed a lot more than others. And I know that, you know, it's one of those things where they said it, but I don't think, you know, they need to be held up to gunpoint to committing to it. This idea of like, oh yeah, they're gonna put in everything PoE 1 has before they, you know, release it, right? For example, they said how they're gonna want to put pretty much every PoE 1 league in the game before release, and that they'll start making new stuff for PoE 2 like once it's released. Meaning, you know, in a sense, we should probably be getting, like, at least right now, like Legion and Delve and all that at some point. I don't think we're gonna get it anytime soon, but I guess that's kind of the Hopium part of it. Like, I want to kind of just pretend like what it would be like to have some of these mechanics in this game and like what it could look like, because like I said, there's a lot of mechanics in it that I particularly enjoyed more than others. And funnily enough, probably my favorite mechanic is one that's also still in this game. But it's so goddamn lackluster in this version of Path of Exile than it is in Path of Exile 1. And that is Ritual. I think Ritual is just pure gambler dream. Like, it's just so fun. Dude, just rapid attacks on. I'll do like. I only have like more. Freeze. Really? Get 25% damage. Just do rapid assault. So, because again, I have like almost 3,000 hours in this game. This was my first introduction to Path of Exile. Not entirely. I played Path of Exile like 5 hours maybe, like a bunch of years ago. So I can't really say I played it, but I don't know. I didn't really like the, you know, point to click to move thing, or, you know, click to move. I don't know, something about that I didn't really mess with. But I knew it was like a really deep game, and God, I wish I knew what league I played in, because it was like years ago, and now I kind of regret it. You know, I kind of wish I just like stuck to it a little bit, but whatever. I'm here now. So yeah, having so many hours in this game, I've played a bit of Ritual. I can't even say much even still. Something about it feels so kind of lackluster. I look forward to like the fresher type leagues for this game, like the kind of more experimental ones. At least I hope we get them. That'd be cool. Because I know like during Fresh you had like the idols and stuff, and you can get some really wacky outcomes with Ritual. Like just a bunch of rerolls, no tribute, that kind of stuff. But in PoE 1, Like, just the way you can really just min-max ritual and just get just an insane amount out of it. And I don't even mean like loot. I mean, yeah, kind of, but like just the way you can like just really sink a ton of time in ritual in a way you just can't here. Like you can, for example, like there's really no way of getting a ton of stuff to show up in the like the tribute screens in the same way you can here. Or I don't know if I said that correctly. Holy crap. Nice. Hell yeah. Maybe some energy shield would be good.
And I don't have room for that.
Because that's the only good fucking stat in this game. I just feel like in ritual for this game, it's so feels so light, like so like limp. There's not much you can do to really affect the way a ritual plays out to begin with. Like you can't really do much to alter the way, like for example, you have blood vessels in PoE 1 where you can just kind of just juice the hell out of like the spawns and like having unique monsters spawn in there. And then of course in turn more tribute, right? But then there's also just like the way you can affect the specific monsters themselves, specifically for rich, like that are in there. Like with like different scarabs, like the wisp ones, or like, oh, I for example, I usually just, I have some streams kind of showing some of it, but like I was farming a bunch of blood vessels because I wanted to run like 100 maps with a blood vessel in the map device, is to see like, you know, how juice I can get my tribute screens and all that. So I ran maps with 5 scarabs of for like rogue exiles to get as many unique monsters, because they counted as unique monsters in the rituals themselves, so I can get as, you know, as hefty, you know, in terms of amount of unique monsters for each blood vessel. And just like the way I was able to two-part like a ritual like strategy alone is already like just that alone is already more interesting than what you can do in this game for ritual. Like the fact that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna farm blood vessels. Of course you can just buy them, but which I sold like probably easily over like 10, like, you know, like 3-ish divines worth of blood vessels from the ones I just didn't want to use because they didn't have any unique monsters or not enough. Like just that 2-part strategy alone was more intriguing than virtually any semi-serious strategy in this game for ritual. And then of course running the rituals with the blood vessels, with the right scarabs, with the right tree, like, and this is kind of the ongoing like theme with most of my, not criticism, because it, not to say it's bad, right, but just like what can be for this game, and but the way it's not.
Nightmares have no power against the light.
Can't really do anything else. I'm in this form, so I'm gonna just save it, I guess. I'll probably just rapid attacks on this too, because you can just do 2 things at the same time. Bing, boom, bonk. I don't know, just the way you can just juice and really zero like in on a single mechanic in the game, and how I was able to fill out like days of just doing that. Like that's cool. I like that about PoE 2, the way you can just really super zero in on a singular mechanic and just fill your day with it. Whereas in this game right now, at least, of course, I just feel like, and I kind of blame the passive tree for majority of it. Like the tablets in this game, they just, again, it's just, it just feels like more, it's not targeted enough. You have to get lucky to target enough, or you know, you can buy it or get whatever. Like you can, like the rolls you get on a tablet, because I can't singularly, like on my own, put I want this modifier and that modifier on it, like in the way you can with Scarabs and PoE1. It just feels like I just don't have any real like decision. Of course, obviously the real decision is just buy the tablets that you want, but you know, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the current system. It feels very, this limp is the best way I can put it, just because it feels like it's there, but it's not really doing much. Because yeah, I love Ritual. Ritual's like one of my favorite, like, brain off mechanics. And, you know, not to mention too, like, I did earn, I think in total between, because I had like two really long stints, I guess, with Ritual and PoE1. I mean, by the end of the last session I did, I had a little over 500 divines worth of loot from it. Obviously, I'd pick stuff up from the map drops and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't engage with any other mechanic, just Ritual. From the first session where I did more, well, not more, I got luckier. I definitely got better drops on the first one. I mean, I had a whole mirror shard and unrequited love and a bunch of other like stuff to drop. I'm gonna just sell this stuff off.
Feeling lucky.
Not really.
What I'm gonna do with it, but cheers.
But cheers. I'm trying to do with them. I don't really want to transmute or augment any of those.
Yourself out there.
Watch yourself out there.
Knows what-
Oh yes. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like there's much there right now with Ritual in this game. So I personally, I'm hoping more than anything in the next update, like, dude, they could just redo the entire Ritual, the entire can I even see it right now? Because I don't think I have. Yeah, I've not unlocked it. They could literally just redo the Atlas passive tree to have, I don't need it to be the same, but to just have a similar impact to the end game, like flow and the way you interact with it, as it does in PoE1. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how you progress through it. I don't care about any of that. Like, if it just has this, at a minimum, the same impact, I mean, I'm good. I literally will not ask for anything else. Everything else is cherry. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really need, like, like on the thumbnail, I think, for this video, I have, like, Einhar and Nico from Delve and two Senseis and blah, blah, blah. Like, I would love to have more stuff, you know? Like, I really liked beasts. I did a lot of beast farming. That was really fun. Ton of XP. Cool crafting mechanics with Einhar and the Menagerie. Delve is super fucking fun. Like, again, probably my second favorite mechanic is Delve. And Beast is pretty much up there too. And I know a lot of people are talking about, like, as a potential, like, in-game mechanic, because the speculation right now is like, oh, like, we already had an out-of-map mechanic, so that must mean they're going to do an in-map mechanic, especially because they're focused on that game. Like, the logic is surely there, but again, it's just like, we don't, dude, nobody saw async trade coming. Nobody saw async trade coming. Nobody saw the druid coming. Nobody, well, not the druid, I guess. Nobody saw the huntress coming. Like there's a lot of stuff that they'll just whip out of nowhere. in which that there was never really logic to follow to like be like, yeah, they're definitely gonna, yeah, if you think about it like this, they're gonna do, but like we don't know, right? It's fun to speculate, but at the end of the day, they could do literally anything with the next update, literally anything, and we, to a degree that it's just like we would have no clue as to how they're going to I'm gonna just, you know what, this is pretty good. I'm gonna slam it. Okay, that's already really good. And we just have no way of knowing, right? So like I don't try to apply logic, like, you know, they had an out of game mechanic last league, so they must have an in map mechanic this league. Like, you don't know. What if they do delve next? Like, what if fucking like 180 that's gonna be to everyone saying it's gonna be an in-game mechanic? I mean, yeah, they have, you know, Nico and the sulfite, like little like shards you gotta mine up or whatever with Nico in the maps, but you have to literally leave maps to go do delve. And I don't see them really changing delve to like such an extreme degree. I mean, they could, like they could make it to where it's an in-map thing where like, you know, you dig up like 3 whatever Nico things, sulfite things, and then in the map there's like a little like you'll see like he'll blow up something in the ground or something, and then like it's like a little like mine entrance that he pops up through because he's been mining or whatever, and he's like, oh hey, like check this shit out or whatever, and then you jump in there and you like, I don't know, like, you know, again, they could just do whatever, right? So and because of that, I just I try to figure out like what they're gonna do. It just feels like that's where I feel like real hopium starts creeping in, when you're just kind of like imposing some system to like the way they develop a game, when let's be real, like they just kind of do whatever, and we're all pretty happy with it, I think, at the end of the day. Like I don't think anyone's really like, oh yeah, PoE1 is such in a bad place right now. Like I don't think anyone's really saying that, and if anyone is, I mean, like, I don't know, like whatever. But I'm like rambling like a motherfucker right now. So anyways, I just kind of want to wrap my, I don't want to keep talking about Ritual real quick. The other thing I like about Ritual in the other game, PoE1, is that like just the fact that you can get anything out of it. Not only anything, but also like Ritual specific stuff, like the corpses. Like I guess, you know, back to being kind of a noob at PoE1, I don't really think you can get corpses out of anywhere. And I'm talking like I'm talking about stuff like this too, like these tigers and stuff. I don't know where else you get them. Gonna be honest with you. Mirage corpse items are an exclusive. Exclusive? What? Okay, I'm actually. Have I not played enough? There's Mirage corpses. Are you for real? I've seen all these. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I did run into them. These are all pretty much fucking worthless. But yeah, like I'm pretty sure this is the only way to get this is through Ritual. Is a currency item obtainable as a reward from Ritual or defeating the King of the Mist? Okay, so you can also get them from King of the Mist. Okay, whatever. Like it just felt like, oh, this is where you go to get this. Like obviously, like there's different mechanics in this game already, like, you know, with the Abyss and the Orb of Light or whatever. Like the target farming stuff does exist in this game to some degree with like certain currencies, but like items, like specific to a mechanic that is not like just a singular like, oh, here's like a weapon type, like with the Abyss in this game. Like there's nothing in Delirium right now that you can't get anywhere else in the game. There's nothing from, other than the breach rings, you can't get from the breach in this game anywhere else. Like, wait, does this game also have those rings? It's the synaptic rings or whatever. How do I forgot how to like, I forgot how to do anything in this game. Jesus. Wasn't like the, I want to make the X. What is my X right now? Oh, weapon swap. Damn. I do use weapon swap sometimes. I can't even check it because I guess I'm not that far enough. Also, it's soul stuff. What am I doing? Anyways. I don't know what I was saying, but probably nothing, something stupid, but I just like Ritual. I think it's just way better in that game. There's just a lot, again, but it's just kind of a fault of like, well, the game has a lot more stuff in it to begin with. And a quick side tangent. To compare the two, like PoE 1 to PoE 2, I know I've kind of been doing that. When I'm doing comparisons, I guess I'm talking about like kind of specifics. Again, like I'm talking about Ritual in this game and Ritual in that game because they're almost identical. Like very hard to make a distinction between the two. Like there's very, like they're so goddamn the same. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, that's probably one of the more fair comparisons to make because they're literally the same thing. But between the two games, like one has had how many years to cook? Like when did PoE?
Generations of senseless conflict. And for what?
Jesus Christ. 13 years, dude. So PoE 2's been out for 1 year and some change. So it feels a little unfair to ever make the comparison because, like, man, like I'm a plumber. Well, I'm an apprentice, right? I've been plumbing for a couple years now. And nobody ever compares an apprentice to a journeyman or to a master. Like, nobody makes that comparison because one's been doing it for a fuck ton more years than the other one. Like, and that's the end of the discussion there, really. You know, you're not really comparing, you're more contrasting at that point. Which contrasting is fine. I think you can contrast stuff, but like to compare is like to measure it up to something. Is just, it feels a little unfair to PoE 2 since it literally hasn't had enough time to cook as PoE 1 did. Which kind of goes a little bit back to the whole like my disapproval of the whole like vision conversation. Like, bro, nobody was talking about the vision for PoE 1. Everyone just played it as it got updated and people just liked it, and that was it. Nobody was up in arms about the vision or whatever, so it just feels kind of redundant. And I kind of wish people would just kind of stop talking about it, because I think about like the devs, like I don't know, just, something about it just, it gives off this tone of like distrust, and I just don't fuck with it. But anyways, I would like to see a big revamp on Ritual. I'm kind of curious right now, actually. 2. Oh, it's passive tree. Bring this back up. So, like, okay, let's look at this real quick. Ooh, you know what I should do? Okay, you know what? This is gonna get a point real quick here. 1. Add to this. Yeah, let's do these PoE planners. Oh, perfect. This is the Ritual one too. That's funny. Okay. So first off, the tree has like these nodes, right? They're like split off. But in fairness, right? These are kind of worthless. These are 3 points of nothing to get to the something. Oh, sorry. This one's also, this whole node here is just for chance for it to pop up, right? At least right now, you can put an astrolabe, it will pop up no matter what. You can put it one scarab, it will pop up, right? Okay, cool. Open the widgets. Okay. Okay, so your maps have contained. Okay, so ritual in your maps can have 20% increased number of spawned monsters at once. So this ultimately increases tribute, right? These are splinters. Splinters are pretty worthless. So these two nodes immediately are worth something because this will mean more tribute, right? Completing the final ritual altar in your maps has a 15% chance to drop a blood-filled vessel. This again just will ultimately increase overall tribute, right? Because then you'll pop it in your next map or whatever, assuming you're not really like, you know, using them already. You pop this in your next map, you will just get more monsters, more tribute, kind of just compounds, right? This nodes. So ritual altars in your maps allow rerolling favors 2 additional times. Rerolling favors at ritual maps, oh my gosh, I can't read. Rerolling favors at ritual altars in your maps cost 18% reduced tribute. So with these two combined, you're going to just see more shit, right? And then favors, blah, 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 have a 20% have no cost. So, and then an additional like deduction of cost for rerolling your rituals. What is this? Yeah, this is terrible. It's like, oh, imagine a mirror pops in your shit. And then it's like, you get the bad side and not the good side. It's 90% or 80% more. You'll never be able to defer that. So this is not really good node, but so this one, in my opinion, should just be, this is the worst node in ritual. These two are great. These two are really good. So this is a moot point. It's more chance. Favors re-rolled at ritual. Yeah. Again, just making it cheaper to re-roll. Making it cheaper. And there's a chance that these things don't cost anything too. That's cool. So basically like a 1% chance re-rolling costs nothing. That's neat. Again, just making it so your tributes matter more. More chance. This is so the things that you defer pop up sooner. And that they cost less to defer. And then this is just like a big old bonus to both of those. And then unique monsters slain have 100% more tribute. Again, just adding to the whole blood vessel thing. What is this one? So you can't reroll it, but you just get a lot more tribute. This one's kind of bad. You'll always have, if you just set it up correctly, you'll always have way more than you need tribute-wise. Chance. More tribute, more tribute. And then more important items popping up. And then you always have 4 rituals. These are really all the nodes you get, right? Arguably, there's only like 1, 2, 3 good nodes. Everything else is kind of nice. This one's all right. So like 3.5 nodes that are worth anything. Excuse me, for ritual. Let's just count 2. Again, we're just on the number thing, right? Because these are not all worthwhile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Is that all of them? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay. 31 nodes. 31 points you can put in ritual alone. So 31 points you can put into ritual. Then you have 8. Okay. That's a lot less. That's a whole 23 less. I did pull out a calculator for that one. That's a whole 23 nodes less. Now, albeit, again, out of those 31, you really only have 3-ish that matter, that affects ritual. And I think that was kind of the philosophy they were going for with this, is making it more simplistic in that you get straight to what impacts it, right? So you have 8 here. And ideally, you're shooting for 4 nodes that will really directly impact your ritual experience in PoE 2. Whereas in PoE 1, out of the 31 nodes, you only have 3-ish that actually mean anything. So for PoE 2, more stack size for the splinters. So more damage is again, dude, they're fucking curse and kiss shit with this fucking game. I just don't get it. Literally, the first major node I'm reading, it has a fuck you property to it for no reason. Skills from ritual altars in your maps deal more damage. Cool. But 2 kisses. Deferring favors at ritual altars in your map cost 50% reduced tribute. Favors deferred at ritual altars in your maps appear sooner. So that is basically just this one. The kind of meh node, right? The answered appeals. Promised devotion. Kind of literally worded the same, just with 2 different synonyms. Answered appeals. Promised devotion. Yeah, that's funny. More splinters. So these suck. Are these splinters? So, I mean, they don't suck. It's just because in this game, like, there's so few currency items that this is probably decent because you can probably make money just off the splinters or, you know, the odds with the kings. I don't know how much they go for right now in the current state of league of druids, but besides the point. Ritual altars in your map allow rerolling favors in additional time. Rerolling favors. So this one's just like a pure good one, right? So you almost always want to take this one for sure. Ideally, I'm gonna guess you take these 2, right? Almost every time. So now you're left with going up this string, getting both. Going up this string, getting both. Going up this string, getting both. Or some combination of this and this, this and this, so on and so forth. So always have 4 rituals, non-negotiable. If you're doing ritual, non-negotiable. I'm guessing that's this one up here. Yeah. Occult devotion. Spreading darkness. Again, it's funny how like they are kind of like worded the same. But anyways. Rituals in your map contain 2 additional packs of wildwood. So this increases tribute. So far, out of everything we've read here, 1 node effectively increases the tribute amount because wildwood monsters will give you more tribute because they are worth more in the ritual. 1, 2, 3. Let's say you can only have 4, right? If you're going for like the smaller and the bigger node, and you always want to go for as many of the bigger ones you can because that directly impacts the experience. Let's say you took this one, and this one, because I'll be honest, I mean, these are all good to have. You kind of want all 3 of these. So now you're left with either this, or this, right? Immediately more tribute, right? So that'll instantly make it just more valuable to run rituals. Ritual altars in your map spawn a wildwood wisp. Wildwood wisps grant 50% increased tribute. So basically, it's this is a scarab. This is a scarab, right? Something as invaluable as a scarab that nobody uses. It is one of the cheaper ones. Nobody uses that scarab unless you're really farming tribute for rituals. And even when you're in it doesn't really affect it too much. Using one of your very scarce amount of points on this bullshit? Fuck no. This is a terrible one in my opinion. But at the same time though, because so far these directly affect tribute, these are kind of valuable. even though this should be something you can get onto a tablet or something. And you might be able to. I really don't know, but this just feels like a not good enough node for how little points you get. Especially because, again, if we take this, these 4 are gone. I haven't even read them. Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, this is just more tribute. Revived monsters from rituals in your maps have 20% increased toughness. So again, a fuck you thing, and 10% increased damage each time they've been revived, and another fuck you thing. Revived monsters from rituals in your maps have no penalty to tribute granted. So I'm guessing because they're revived, they're going to count like new monsters every time. Because I think there is a thing with ritual where like a certain amount of the revived monsters count for a little less tribute. So in a sense, I'm going to guess you probably want to take this off. Because, you know, the sooner thing is just like a patience thing, right? So I'm thinking we're doing this so far, right? Because this is not worth it. So what is this? Rituals in your maps. Ritual altars in your maps spawn monsters. So, well, and then here we go, right? Omens. I don't even want to talk about omens, to be honest. I don't want to talk about them. Everyone's talked about them. They're rare. They're expensive. Blah, blah, blah. I think this is like for the audience one. Or no. And this is another tribute one. Revive monsters in your ritual altars in your maps. From your ritual altars from your map in your maps have a chance to be blah, 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 chance to be magic and or rare. So 1, 2, 3. Kind of 4. So there's 4 nodes here that affect tribute, except they are the furthest ones away. You need 4 altars. Let's be real. But I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, you might want to do this then. There's tablets I think that you can do something with the re-rolling. So you'd probably want to do this. This is probably your most optimal setup because like, oh dude, I mean, it would just be a numbers thing. You just have to like, what you get in 3 maps, you would have to run 4, right? For this one. What's 1 extra map, right? To get potentially more out of it. So here's your best probably setup for, in my opinion, like to get the most amount of tribute, which ultimately is what you're going to want as much of when you're running rituals, right? Because in Path of Exile 1, that's the fucking goal. Get as much tribute as possible to have as much on you, so that way when you're rolling through the screens, which again, not having 4 altars does kind of suck because it's a direct cut to tribute as well. You know what? This is probably the best setup right here, okay? This is probably the best setup right here. I think there's a tablet we can do something about the re-rolling. 1, 2, 3. This one's kind of not that good. This feels like a non-negotiable. This is just making them so they're worth more. And it's only 2 packs too. It's only 2 packs. It's not really that much. And then the omens, like, again, I don't want to talk about the omens because it's a dead horse, but well, you know, it's what, and that's the other thing, right? Path of Exile 2. The one and only real chase item. The one and only real chase item in rituals is omens. Whittling, Sinestral, Dextral. Those are really the only things worth going for in ritual. I've seen videos of people, obviously it's a chancing, it's a casino slot machine, of running a bunch of rituals in PoE2, doing everything they can to optimize it for omens, right? In terms of just like as much tribute, re-rolling, more altars, so on. And they like walk out with like after 100 maps, like fucking 1 or 2 whittling. Like, what is that? Like, and that's the real only chase unique. Chase item. I know different things can pop in there, like is there a PoE2 wiki? PoE2 wiki. Is there a thing? Extra Life technically doing one. Ritual. Does he have anything in here that annotates like what can drop? Favors, weapons, artillery. Not much here, Dr. Fixtual. Not much here, Fixtual. Extra. So yeah, like realistically, you're just shooting for omens. I'm sure. I mean, I've seen clips of like a mirror spawning in there, but let's be real, that's like never happening for 99.9% of people who run rituals. That's a very odd thing to happen. I'm sure it's happened more than for one guy. It's just happened for a lot of people, but it's not. I like ritual and PoE 1 more because of the variety of stuff that can show up in there. I mean, I got my headhunter out of ritual for this league. Like it popped up in there, and then mirror shards and a bunch of other stuff like let's see here. Okay, perfect. This isn't even all of it. It's literally not even all of it. This one? No, that's just showing off something that came out of there. Okay, here we go. So look, this is one tab of stuff that has come out of ritual for me. All this stuff, 100 maps, 100 rituals on just one screen. And I think okay, here's the other one, right? Maps, Lines of the Kings, Invitations, Essences, Scarabs, Uniques. Bunch of raw currency. All these are worth stuff. All these cards, these corpses, these different omens, the oils, skill gems. Like there's just way more stuff in PoE. 2, other than hoping to God you get some insanely good luck with some really good currency, or maybe a unique or two. This is all you're really gonna get out of it. It's just a bunch of fucking omens, and I find that so boring and kind of lame. And that's why I feel like it's just so goddamn limp. Like it's there, but it's not really doing much. And that's just for ritual. I don't even want to talk about the rest. This is utterly fucking pointless. This is utterly pointless. This should just be removed altogether. This one has some value, and this one has some value. And then this whole thing here, for the most part, probably needs to just get obliterated into the goddamn Shadow Realm. Essences and spirit farming. Probably the only valuable thing here is getting a essence of horror or insanity, whichever is the one that gives you the boot one or the effect one. And then this is just hoping to God you drop a gold charm. This is to get that gambling strongbox for the most part. No one does anything here. And then you got a bunch of Rogue Exile shit here. What a fucking joke this entire top F is. If there was a heat map, nobody put shit in here, almost ever. Maybe just like a few of these. And then this node right here. God, it's just this tree is so fucking lacking. It's so pathetic, dude. It really is just terrible. It really is just bad. But it's cool though. I like this. I'm not gonna lie. I like the separation. I like how you have to interact with the mechanic to get more of the points. That's cool. It's almost like you're leveling it up, you know? Like the more you use it, the better it gets. And that's cool. I like that. I think that's neat. And I like that it's like, you know, you can get a piece, oh my god, you can get a slice of all these pies whenever you want. You don't have to make an entire tree for just this. And then, like, basically how you have like 3 slots for passive trees, so you can kind of selectively farm 3 different things. You just have them all active technically at all times, and then you really only beef it up with the tablets. Except this feels like steroids for whatever you're targeting. This feels like a slap on the back right before you do like one good rep for everything. And that's all you get though. Just one good like slap. Or maybe like a smelling salt. And that's it. And then it's gone. This feels like you're just juicing the shit out of it. And then you get to add scarabs to it and astrolabes. Is that all you get to do? To modify things, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. Just astrolabes. Yeah, astrolabes, scarabs, and this. PoE2, you get these weak ass trees, this nothing burger of a center tree, and some tablets that increase the percentages of things, but doesn't really affect it in any way. Like, let's look at the rogue stuff for a second, right? Rogue exiles. So you got some precursor shit. So rogue exile chance, okay? Where does the rogue stuff start? Seems to be like right here, I'm guessing. Yeah, up here. Rogue exile. So 20% chance, okay? So 50% chance. So we're at 90% chance of a rogue exile spawning. So pretty much 100% chance. Like you're, okay, we're now over 100% if you go to any of these 3 after you get these 3. So you're getting a rogue exile in your shit. This guarantees 1 rogue exile, right? So you're guaranteed 1 rogue exile. In Path of Exile 1, there are scarabs that you can, a single scarab will guarantee 5 rogue exiles. And you can put in 5 of those scarabs and you can get 25 fucking rogue exiles in your map. That's what I was doing for my blood vessels. 25 rogue exiles. That was by choice. I had like a couple more, maybe like 2 or 3 more scarabs to like affect rogue exile stuff. So all this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes out of the technically 1, 2, 3 other ones. So 6 out of the 9 is just to make sure you have 1 rogue exile. 6 out of the 9 is to just guarantee you get 1 rogue exile, okay? And then this is so that there's a chance that it's corrupted and it has the max amount of sockets when it drops. A chance for it to be corrupted and a chance for it to have maximum slots. Why a fucking chance? Why a chance? That's my kind of like my thing with this goddamn piss ass poor Atlas tree. I'm not a dev. I'm not a game developer. I don't know what's better. I really don't. In terms of like, I don't know what would be the solution, right? But there's something about like the fact that I'm putting in my precious goddamn points, 6 of them, to guarantee 1 Rogue Exile, and then on that 1 Rogue Exile, there's a chance I can chance he drops something fucking half decent. And then I can at least here's 1 guarantee. And then here's 2. So out of all these fucking nodes, I can guarantee 1 Rogue Exile, and then I can guarantee it will drop 1 item, at least 1 item, that requires strength, intelligence, or dexterity. And it will be either a jewelry, a weapon, or an armor. That's fucking it. That's all I can do with Rogue Exiles. I'm not going to pretend like there's a bunch of other shit here. This is all chance. An additional. That's the thing too, right? It says 25% chance increase to have an additional Rogue Exile. An additional. Okay, it says Rogue Exiles. Okay. Right. So to be fair, it could be more than 1. We're still talking about a chance. So when you build up the chance, probably over 100%, my guess is that whatever that rollover is, that amount of chance is for a second one. Could be wrong. I'll be honest. I really fucked with Rogue Exiles. I'm just talking about the tree. This is for an additional. So I can have 25 plus, right? Your maps are inhabited by an additional. So this guarantees 1 more, right? Took me 3 nodes to get to guaranteeing 1 over the 6 to guarantee 1 at least. And this has a chance to drop currency. Okay, so there's your chance there. An additional currency item. So if they drop 1, there's a chance that they'll drop an additional over here. And by company 2 regs, oh my god. It's just again, I hope like the amount of Rogue Exile stuff. I wonder if it Harvest, Delirium, Torment, Energy Domination. What is this called? Is Rogue Exiles? Is there like a Rogue Exile tab? Let's see here. Maps. Influence monsters. Expedition. Ritual maps. Harvest, Delirium. I mean, I would guess it seems like the next like big thing, no? Okay, so it's Anarchy. Okay. I just read this down here. Your maps have 100% chance of containing additional Rogue Exile. Map bosses. Let's do that. Let's do this too, right? Sure, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Boom. Stats. Okay. Okay. Your maps have 100%, 150% increased chance to contain Rogue Exiles. I wish there was a number. Items on a Rogue Exile in your maps have 50% chance to be corrupted. So, basically out of every 2 maps, technically you should get at least 1 corrupted item. And then the 100% chance it'll be have an intelligence. Maximum stock is 20% chance. Unique. Rugged housing map. And that's it. This is it, right? Rogue Exiles in your maps have 30% chance of because your maps have an 8% chance to contain 20 additional plus 2, so 22 plus 25. You're looking at 47. There's a chance to get 47 Rogue Exiles in one map in PoE1. Because if you have the 5 Scarabs of the Rogue Exiles that contain 5 Rogue Exiles, there's technically an 8% chance your map can have, which I definitely ran into some of those, and they were fucking crazy, to 47 Rogue Exiles. 48. 48 Rogue Exiles with some Scarabs and some, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count the travel notes because I just don't, I don't think that counts. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 points. I can get 48 Scarabs. Rogue Exiles. 15 points, 48 Rogue Exiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 6 points. 1 to 2 Exiles. Half the points. Fucking, I don't even know what that percentage is. No, I'm not good at math. Anyways, yeah, you get the point, right? 6 points out of 40. 1 to 2 Rogue Exiles. $15 points. 48 Exiles. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that, what else, you know, do I need it, you know? Anyways. That's why I don't like this tree. This tree sucks. This tree's ass. And everyone agrees, right? This is not nuance. This is not nuance. It's not new. We've been saying it from the start. This fucking tree sucks ass. It's been bad from the start. It's still bad. And that's what I'm saying. At a minimum, if I get the impact of this, which for 13 points, I can get 48 Rogue Exiles for 13 points over the potential 1 to 2 for 6 points. Again, I'm sure there's some tablets and shit you can fuck with, you know, to get more Rogue Exiles or whatever. Just off the tree alone, right? Just off the tree. So let's not even do this, right? There's an 8% chance you get 20 Rogue Exiles. So let's just do 21 Exiles for 13 points. 1 to 2 Exiles for 6. 6, 12, 18, 21. So like a 400% increase for like half the points. For 50% more points. No, for 100% more points. So a 1 to 4. This tree on the Rogue Exile part alone is 4 times weaker. Why? That makes no sense. I don't get that. This has been my biggest fucking problem with PoE 2. It's just this tree. I feel like I think the Atlas map is fine. Ooh, look at that, an ad. I think the Atlas map is fine, to be honest. I like the Infinite map. It's kind of cool. It's neat. It feels pretty nuanced. I've never seen anything like it. And it looks cool. It looks pretty. Darth microtransaction had a good point. He probably puts it best. I'll be honest. I don't know if he's the one that said it first, but I heard it from him. It's the mechanic that gets worse as you use it. In a game that is about using that mechanic over and over and over and over. So I'm hoping the Atlas tree and the Atlas map. Literally, that's all they need to do, for me, at least. They could do nothing else. They don't have to touch anything else. They're probably likely going to add a league mechanic thing. They seem to do that every league for Path of Exile 1. I think, if I'm not mistaken. They've done that for every league. For Path of Exile 1. So if they've done that every time for this game, so I'm going to assume they're going to add a league mechanic, right? If they just do the Atlas tree, the Atlas map, and one mechanic, I don't even need another class. I don't even need another ascendancy. They should rework some, for sure. Some ascendancies, some skills, all that. Some of them need to be reworked, I'm sure. Some of them need more love. Some of them need to get, I don't know, pushed down to the basement cellar for like a day or two. I can think about what they've done. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like some of them just need more love. Some of them need a little bit of nerfing, a little bit of adjusting, fine tuning, whatever. But if they just do just those two things alone, give me the same impact that PoE 1 Atlas has on PoE 1 maps. Like this game, and then, you know, a slight tweak, an adjustment. I don't know in what way. I could think of some, but I really don't care. I just, anything at all to make it more streamlined, to have it be less cumbersome as you go through more maps. Like, I just straight up get lost in my shit. Like, I'm always putting down pins on my maps because I just get fucking lost. I don't remember the fuck that Untainted Paradise is after 50, 60 maps, man. Heading in one direction, heading west. I'm not gonna remember that. So I put a pin and I just go somewhere else or do something else or whatever. I'm gonna just keep going to skill speed. I'd be happy with just those two things. And then of course all the minor stuff and whatever. That's the other thing too, right? In a way, I think all the other league mechanics in PvE1 that are not in this game, Legion, Beasts, Heist, Delve, sorry, let's look at those again. Yeah, I was about to say something that doesn't make sense. So yeah, just the league mechanics, right, that are in PoE1 that are not in PoE2. Beasts, Calgar, things that show up on the map that have a mechanic you interact with, of course. I mean, Beasts, Calgar, Blight. Ultimatum's kind of Temple of Chaos, so that doesn't really count. I don't like how fucking long it takes, though. I don't want to talk. I'm not gonna get into the whole ultimatum discussion right now, the trials and all that shit. Incursion, Delve, Heist, Torment, Beyond. Legion. The Val shit. Well, we have technically the Val Temple now, so that's probably going to count as the Val shit. Harvest, for fuck's sake. Betrayal. There are so many things that are still in PoE1 that are not in PoE2. I feel like in a way, and I could be maybe speaking out of my butt here. Let me take a look at all this. I don't really want to say like essences or strong boxes or shrines or like a mechanic per se, like a league mechanic. They're just kind of tertiary. I'm talking about this shit, like the bigger nodes, you know? Other than ritual, and this is already lackluster as fuck. Delirium's dog shit in this one. I just don't like Expedition. I just think Expedition's so boring. Out of all the ones they added, Abyss kind of gets a pass, at least right now. Abyss is really nice in this game. I think Abyss is better in this game than it is in PoE 1. But out of all the ones they added the ones that are probably my least favorites. Breach, it's alright. Ritual, my favorite, not good enough. Abyss, it's alright. Better than PoE 1. That's it. Delirium, kind of fucking boring. Expedition, no chance in hell. Incursions are cool. I like the way incursions work in PoE 1. I still feel like incursion in PoE 2 is kind of like the Val Temple, and the Val stuff is totally different in PoE 1. The Val Temple shit. Beast, super fucking fun. I love beasts. I think beasts are cool. The menagerie, the crafting, the value of just certain beasts. I've never been good at Blight. I don't like tower defense stuff in my maps. I think it's kind of also sort of boring. But I feel like with the right build, this can be super fucking fun. And I know it is for a lot of people. Sorry, I got the shuds. I kind of got some shinesses going on. I got the suds. Beyond is just basically another breach without the fucking hand. Calgar's fucking cool. I love Calgar stuff. We have King's March, but it's not even really King's March. It's just a place in the campaign, which I guess is fine. It's like, whatever. I love Betrayal. Betrayal's super fucking cool. Betrayal's so slept on. It's ridiculous. I don't know why people don't like Betrayal. Betrayal's not only easy to understand, it's got like some of the most powerful currency in the game. Like the veiled stuff. Like there are some mastercrafts you just can't finish without it. So, come on, Harvest, dude, so good, and Legion, so good, so good. It's like they kept all the good ones out, and they ported over the most easy to port over shit, and then they fucking nerfed them to the goddamn ground. Anyways.
Another such device.
And the funny part is that I kind of sound like a PoE2 hater to some degree, right? I started off as a PoE 1 hater. I was saying now some of the most ignorant shit about PoE 1. I was one of the people who was saying, fuck PoE 1. Stop developing the game. Dump your resources into this game. Blah, 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 blah. God, was I only wrong? I was so fucking stupid to say so. And just, again, just pure ignorance, right? I never got to experience what it's like to really go deep into PoE 1. Now that I have, oh my god, PoE 1 is the better game, right? If we're gonna do the whole compare thing. Even though, like I said, it's an unfair comparison. But I do think PoE 2 can be the better game of the two. But it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of years of cooking. We're going to have to give them as much patience and grace as we gave them for PoE 1. Because it's just going to take a while to get there. But once it does get there, oh my god, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be the best game. It's going to be the best ARPG. I mean, I just think it's going to be damn near a fucking perfect game. Right now, it's far from it. Let's do some evasion on there. More like there is cold resist, some deck, some life. Yeah, I'll just do that for now. It's all trash. I'll break this down. So yeah, like right now, PoE 2 just needs a lot of cooking. Anyways, so for ritual, I just want to be able, and this is gonna go with like pretty much most of my opinions on like mechanics. I want to be able to target farm them in the same capacity I can in PoE 1. I don't need it to be the same tree. I don't need it to have the exact same like I don't need it to be 1-to-1, okay? I just need it to be fun, way more rewarding because it's not right now.
How you want to.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one.
I don't think I want. Let me see what I can get out of this. Movement? Nope. Movement? Nope.
I would have. What would you like?
Oh. Let's see here. Nothing. Yuki. Oh. No. Not worth it. Okay.
Stick to the carrots. Anything takes your fan.
Oops. I guess I want more freeze though, right? Spend more freeze on him. Yeah, I mean that's probably good. Level 3. Alright, well. If you want blast, I need more strength. More strength. What do we get out of this? Mana. Not worth. Whatever. Can't do anything else. Lightning damage. Sure. Yeah, this is gonna go again. My opinion on the whole target farming thing is gonna be the same for all mechanics. There's just no real qualitative amount of target farming, just quantitative. Like I can do a lot of it, but it's not really gonna amount to much. Like I said, that one guy that I saw that did like 100 maps in Ritual in this game got fucking 1 goddamn whittling. Like that's abysmal, man. I had so many insane pops of like just really valuable shit in PoE 1's Ritual. And clearly you could, you know, on average get in PoE 2. So it's not really worth doing in this game. I'm gonna try and do it again this run. Let me see how much I can kind of target it this time and just see if I get anything good. But anyways. So yeah, for sure I definitely just would like to think that they're gonna do a good job on just giving the Atlas tree in this game more impact. At least to some degree similar to PoE 1's, in fact. So that's like a non-negotiable, right? That's gonna happen. I would think. I don't see why they would rework it all just to it feel the same, right? It doesn't feel good right now. I think they've made that very clear. Everyone's made that very clear. It doesn't feel good. Does nothing, feels like nothing, so on and so forth. So anyways, that's the Atlas tree, and that's kind of a bit on Ritual. Because that's what I would like, personally. I would like to see, again, with the Atlas tree, some specific, like, mechanics, like, ultimately be empowered by it. And Ritual is probably my number 1. That is currently in PoE 2, so I feel like it's that's a more rational kind of, like, hope. And it's just a byproduct of what we know they're gonna do, so it feels more like a safer, like, not bet or guarantee or anything, but that, like, yeah, they're definitely gonna, I'm definitely gonna like Ritual more as a natural byproduct to their, what we know is like almost confirmed work, which is the Atlas tree being redone. Oh fuck yeah, dude. That's not that good, actually. I'll take it. I thought it was the fucking strength one. Whoopsie. But, yeah, so I think, like, I'm gonna like Ritual more. Again, just as a natural byproduct of the fact that they're gonna work on the tree, and it's gonna be better, and blah, 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 so. And, you know. Hence, therefore, Ritual and all of the lead mechanics will probably feel better. To do, at least. Presumably. And even if it's not like a super target farming thing, like if we're still doing like the whole like, oh, you get a slice of every pie. I'm sure it'll just feel better overall, right? Another amulet. Life. Armor and rarity. Yeah, I'll take life and res. Now, let's see. Sticky note. Okay. I want to talk about beasts. I want to talk about beasts. Let's talk about beasts. Huey. I don't know what's my menagerie. Menagerie? Menagerie? I don't know what's my menagerie. I do not know how to spell the menagerie. Okay. Menagerie. So, beasts are fucking cool. Blood altar. I think everybody can agree. Crafting in PoE 2. Touch and go. It's... when it's good, it's fucking good. Right? Like with the Abyss crafting. And with the Omens of Whittling and whatever the fucks. Like when it's good, it's fucking good. But you have to have so much currency to do any real meaningful crafting. Again, Omens being, you know, a mirror, effectively, on how often the good ones drop. And then they also took away the Omen of Homogenizing. I'll be honest, yeah, a little overpowered, but dude, it was like the only good thing that gave us any sense of deterministic crafting. It was an overpowered, 1,000,000%. They did the right thing in taking it out. What they need to do, though, is supplicate the fact that it's no longer in the game with some minor versions of it. You know, like maybe not make it a tag-based thing, but like, I don't know, like you pair it with like another kind of crafting thing that guarantees it like a certain... I guess still kind of with tags, but like you need the other piece, right? So that way it's like spread out. So it's not just one super powerful fucking orb. And then on top of that, like maybe it's not super specific, like not too like fire tag, caster tag, whatever. I don't know, just something. Because yeah, it was definitely overpowered, but dude, that was nice. I made a really good amulet with that and a stat. Like, it was just really good to have, but I get it. But anyways, crafting, not this so good. This game, for sure. Quickly, my family!
As the manner of a man.
Crafting sucks. And I think the menagerie, in the way that it like presents so many crafting things, So many ways of crafting stuff is awesome. For God's sake, there is apply a Hinokoro's lock effect on a magic item, albeit with just a couple beasts. Can you imagine if we had a whittling alternative to that? Like, I'm not gonna lie, it would probably dump the value of whittling, and I would assume it would probably balance out. Actually, now that I think about it, I would think, because the beasts that you run into, again, this is gonna be like utterly determined by the quality of the new tree. Because for the beasts in Path of Exile 1, the tree, there's, again, a lot more determinism and agency in how you come across the beasts, with the scarabs and all that shit. That you can more or less increase, again, chances of certain beasts appearing, right? Like the Blackbriar, or the Black Morgan beast or whatever, that's a wild beast, and there's a node in there that increases the chances of it being a wild beast or a beast from the wilds. So you can kind of target farm it, but again, it's still a chance, right? Same with the omens. Those are still chances. It can happen. They're rare. And same with the Black Morgans. Like, I ran a bunch of beast maps, and I came across maybe, like, let's say out of 100 maps I ran with beasts on them, because I ran quite a few. Made a lot of good money out of that, but like, I ran maybe across like 1 or 2 Vivid Vultures and like 6 Black Morgans or the Wild Bristle Matrons, you know, like, they're still kind of rare, but you also run across maps so much faster, so that probably has something to do with it. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. Beast would be, I think, and I know other people have said this, so I'm definitely not giving a nuanced take here. Everyone and their mothers are been talking about Beast as the potential league mechanic. And it would be great. It would be just a damn near perfect addition to what endgame needs, what crafting needs, itemization. Like, the Beast mechanic in its current state, obviously with a facelift, I'm sure, and whatever else, would be just, like, it would kind of be a solve of many problems with one. Like, fuck killing 2 birds with one stone. The thing's gonna kill like a whole like apiary or whatever. Like, it's just gonna solve so many things. Apiary? Is it no, apiary's for bees. It's for bees. Aviary? Yeah. It's like a boulder to an aviary. There you go. I think beasts as a mechanic would be a boulder to an aviary. It would immediately solve crafting. And again, this is assuming we're pretty much importing it like 1-to-1 to PoE1. It would solve crafting. Again, there is literally an entire Hinokora's Lock effect, one of the most valuable items in the game right now, just because it's rare. You get that effect, again, albeit just to a magic item, but it's still a freaking Hinokora's Lock. Like, to kind of, there's so many crafting processes in PoE2 right now, because bases are so, you know, few and far between, and you gotta do negative rarity farming, you can't really like scour anything. So a lot of crafting in this game is kind of reliant on that magic step and getting like the right thing for it. Obviously, you know, high-end crafters will use Hinokora's Locks on most stages, or at the very least some of the end ones. But definitely something to be said about Hinokora's Locks being used for base, like the magic step, and then I'm sure, you know, 1 at most 2 steps in a in a rare item in terms of crafting. And that's just the Hinter Corlock example. But anyways, you can do a lot with crafting. And it can introduce a lot more mechanics to crafting, not just like to supplicate the lack of currencies or how rare some of them are and how hard they're to come by. I keep saying supplicate. I don't even think supplicate's the right word. What the fuck does supplicate mean? Supplicate. Definition. Yep. Completely not the right word. Anyways, supplement is what I'm really trying to say. I was trying to sound smarter than I am. It would solve crafting, which in turn helps with itemization, because I think a lot of people's issues with itemization, it just boils down to, like, you can't do much with some of these items. Like, you see a good item and you'll be like, maybe you can recombine it kind of thing, but like it's just not really ever like worth. Anyways, the whole crafting art conversation can go on forever too, but it would solve crafting. It would solve itemization. It would solve some currency, right? Because there's another thing that you can chase that, you know, can increase how much money you make. It would solve kind of in-map scarcity, like things to really do or hunt for or whatever, like a reason to really clear a map, because you're going to want to go around and getting all the beasts. What else? Also cool, you know, let's be real, everyone likes Einhar. Never heard of someone who doesn't like Einhar. Einhar's a cool dude. His lines are great, so I've heard some ideas that people like put out there about like how it can be introduced, like how it could be a map mechanic, and it's like
Somewhere in the darkness, a soul lies
it could like kind of give you a reason to go mapping, like to do more maps, other than some of the obvious reasons I just mentioned, but one of them being like, you know, you're hunting a beast down, so like similar to, like I don't know who it was. Yeah, forgive me. I'm sure this is gonna reach 1 to 2 people, but for the 1 to 2 people, if you're even at this point, somebody said that, like, you know, you can, like, they like the memory, like Jonathan likes the memory strand mechanic, and like having like a converging of the two, of like a memory strand thing, but instead of like, you know, you map your way down to the memory strand to get the remembrance, whatever the fuck orb thing, you are tracking a beast down, and then maybe that could be like a unique beast that has like a unique crafting mechanic to it that is only tied to that beast, right? And then of course all the other beasts along the way have their own and whatever, like the rare ones and what have you. And again, we all like going into maps to fucking kill shit. Like it's an ARPG. Like we want to be strong and kill as many big and tough and scary monsters as possible, because that's what these video games are just great for. So just pumping the maps with a bunch of rares and like harder rares, ultimately leading up to like another kind of unique monster, like that'd be fucking sick. Like why wouldn't like that be like the obvious thing to like introduce next? And again, if we're following these supposed, like, you know, yeah, I didn't even realize I picked up these 2 rings. I need to slab them. Damn. Probably worth slamming this one. My damage is all over the fucking place, but I'll take it. Do I have enough strength for that thing yet? Nope. Dude, where am I gonna get strength from?
How's the clear? What would you like?
I'm looking at trading these gloves. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Blow my brains out. Sneezing. I just think Iron Hand would be a great addition. It makes the most sense to me. Oh wait, maybe I can get strength on this? Maybe? Perhaps? Mayhaps? No?
Feeling lucky?
Mayhaps I can gamble something. Probably another chest piece. Maybe.
Enjoy.
Uh,
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but cheers.
Armor evasion. Energy shield. Armor energy shield.
Enjoy.
Let's do maybe one of these. Hopefully get it. Nope. Alright.
Take up deal. Got a nice sheen to it.
Fuck. Fuck.
Definitely could have been worse.
I'll just keep rolling these. Fuck it.
Sure, I'll take it off your hands. Hey, not bad.
Movement speed. Take that for now.
Enjoy.
You can roll with strength on it, right? One more.
Definitely could have been worse by then.
Alright, that's better. So I don't need rarity this early.
Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
Um We'll start dumping shit in here, I guess. Yeah, this is a really good one. What is this name? Yeah, I think Beast would be a great addition overall. So many reasons. Now, do I think it's what's gonna be the league mechanic? I kinda do. I mean, amongst all the league mechanics, what's easy, like, so I'm thinking like, okay, workload, like, they are probably, and have been, I'm sure, neck deep in, like, neck deep, is my guess, in the work that is revamping the entirety of the endgame. But I'm sure they know. I'm sure they probably feel like we have to have a league mechanic, is my guess. I don't know if that's the case. I can't really picture, I can't think of a league that didn't have some league mechanic thing that was interactable with like most maps and blah blah blah, like, or all the maps. At least all the leagues I've been able to play, which is not much, but I played like 5, like 6, 7 leagues in total. 6, 7. Ouch. Exalted. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Life. I'll loot everything in here if I could. While I can.
Misguided fool!
Like, they're probably neck deep in, like, work, right? Numbers, balancing, complete reworks. Like, I'm sure that's a lot of work. And therefore, I don't think they have much time to really reinvent a league mechanic when they know a lot of them work, right? Beast, Legion, Delve, etc. So my guess is they're probably going to just port over something. Give it the typical PoE2 facelift, make it look pretty. Maybe change a few things here and there. Maybe. That guy just basically just killed himself, huh? So, I don't know. I would think, like, they're gonna probably want to just do something safe, you know? He's probably gonna kill it now, right? I did it, nice. Okay. What are you talking about, Alba? Why do you say these ridiculous things? So they probably want to, like, basically, like, kind of, like I said, port over, facelift, all that. Like a league mechanic that's simple, but, like, can, and like I said, in turn, like, add a lot to the current game meta and crafting meta and itemization meta and just gameplay, like. So I do feel like Beast is, like, the safest bet. Debatable on whether it is coming. They could surprise us with a brand new, I don't know, like, you just don't know, right? But if gun to my head, I had to, like, you know, are they adding Beasts, yes or no? Yes. Yes, they're adding beasts. That's my genuine guess. I think they're adding beasts because one more time. Lightning. Cool. Yeah, I think they're adding beasts. It just makes the most sense to me. It's relatively safe. It's simple. They don't have to really add anything to the game. They already have a million fucking monsters in this game. Just make some of them bigger, give them more modifiers, make them red, make them yellow, whatever. And the menagerie can be the menagerie just as is, kind of, like, I don't know, it just feels like the simplest one. Safe, they know it works. It'll fix a lot of issues for now, while they kind of focus on, other stuff. Don't kill it, please. Nice. God, you couldn't give me strength, dude. Yeah, I think it'll be beasts. I think we're getting beasts next game, next league. And it would make sense if they throw in the beasts. I don't know, Beastmaster Ascendancy or whatever for the Huntress would be cool. You know, and the Ranger, like, she's kind of like a hunter, like, you know, she's a hunter in a way. Maybe not the Huntress, but a hunter for sure. Dog doo-doo. So yeah, I think we're getting beasts for sure. That's like a safe bet, I think. Now it doesn't definitely does not mean we're getting it, but I don't know. Why not? Like, if I was Jonathan and I had to pick a fucking league that I can quickly port over and so on and so forth, like I just said, I'd pick beasts for sure. Of an easier thing for them, for the dev team to work on while they're focusing, like, I'm gonna guess like 80% of their manpower towards redoing the tree and the maps and all that. Like, just have like a few guys like, hey, just start adding like icons and making them glow red and etc to beasts. Make it so they count as an itemization drop after the fact that you kill them. And yeah. And they're like, on it, boss. And they do it. No strength. No strength for you. I didn't do that one offshoot guy. As the chest, the ghost or whatever. Now, obviously they're only gonna add like one league mechanic, right? Like this one was a temple. They're probably only gonna add one, realistically. I don't see them adding 2 league mechanics. Because this is the Fate of the Vow, like, think Rise of the Druid or some bullshit league or something like that. I never really understood the whole like double name scheme thing. The leagues, like, I get it, you know, one's a league mechanic, one's like the title of the league. Fate of the Vow, Rise of the Druid. Oops. But if it wasn't beasts, I know a lot of people are talking about Legion. For what my guess is similar reasons as to why I said beasts is likely going to be the one. It's easy, simpler. Only issue with Legion is, in my opinion, and that's not to say they wouldn't have this conundrum with BOE with adding beasts. Like maybe they do want to add beasts and they are going to add beasts, but it's still going to introduce like a bunch of different currencies or whatever, crafting orbs, what have you. I'm sure that could still be very much the case.
I must maintain a fine balance.
I think with Legion, the challenge they would run into is like there was never really crafting mechanics to Legion. I'm not saying they have to have a crafting mechanic per league update right now, but man, does this game need more currency. Like, does this game need more options to craft and so on and so forth. Again, to help with itemization, to help with power scaling, to help with the economy, so on, blah, 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 blah. Does this game need some fucking currency? So, because Legion never had that, that would mean they'd have to kind of make it. And they really, 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 in my guess, is not wanting to reinvent the wheel per se right this second with currency stuff. So I just don't feel like Legion's the right one right now. Beast just makes the most sense. Why did I pick this up? Now to that,
Don't just stand there. Get on with it.
I don't really know what else they could add. That would be like more or less simple. Abyss was pretty simple, and they really fucking did a number on that one. I mean, they could do Beyond stuff. They just introduced tainted currencies. In terms of crafting this game, like, you're mostly just corrupting shit. Like the good juice stuff and being able to kind of, you know, mess with the corrupted stuff better would be nice, I guess. I just don't think that'd be the one. Betrayal would be something that would just delight me to no end. Like, I would love Betrayal in this game. But it doesn't feel like it has the established lore to really justify, like, this whole, like, heist thing, you know? Like, we're so focused on the beast. Oh, well, I guess... Oh, shit. He's a little early. I guess when you think about it, the beast that we're chasing down in this campaign in this game, he does give off... but they would probably want to tie it to the campaign, and if they're going to do anything more to the campaign, like an Act 5 or whatever, I would think they want to save that for, like, release... Game release time. Like, you know, 0.1 or 1.0, whatever. I would think that's when they would want to do the whole, like, if they're going to do, like, Beyond, for example. Because we already have Beyond monsters, like the corruption. Like, that's literally Beyond. So Beyond's kind of in the game already. And it has its counterpart, which is newer. And it has a currency. Some, not really much, but has like the fracturing orb. I do miss Harbingers. I'm not gonna lie. Like, maybe they took Harbingers off the game to rework it. And instead of, like, bringing it back to PoE1, because it felt like itemization-wise doesn't make sense for that game or that economy. But it could probably make a lot of sense for this game and this economy. So I can see how Harbingers might be a thing, especially if we're going to Orion. Or Orion? Alroth? Wherever we're heading to next at the end of Act 4. Like, unless we just keep getting bloodier and shit with following the beast. I can see, like, Harbingers being a good, like, point of introduction. Because that dude... like... Work. Oops. Like, I can see Harbingers kind of, like, being part of this dude's thing. Maybe. Oh, he's got a cross. Kind of a spiritual dude. Like, we're heading here. We're heading to this dude. It's very holy. Very godlike. I don't know what other league mechanic that kind of gives off like godlike other than Harbingers. So I don't think we're getting any Eater of the Worlds, Shaper, Exarch, Siren. I don't think we're getting any of that shit anytime soon. I think that's not gonna. I think we're a ways away from anything like that. And that's precisely why that's what's going to be in the next update. They're really good at making you think, it's not happening. And then it happens. Like async trade. Man, I'm good. Stone Charm, on the other hand. I'll take a Stone Charm. I don't know, I could sort of see Harbingers being a thing. God damn it, Bobby. I love Jazzers. I think he's really funny. I'm Cuban myself. That is one of the most Cuban sounding motherfuckers I've ever heard in my goddamn life. And I love him for that. I don't think we're getting Delve, like, at all. In terms of, like, next league. I don't think we're getting a hint of it. I don't think we're getting... I think there's going to be zero traces of Delve in the next update. Like, whatsoever. I love Delve. I would love to see what Delve looks like in this game. Similar to someone's opinion on Blight. I think it would look just fucking beautiful in this game. No doubt about it. I think Blight would just be a feast for the eyes kind of thing. It would just look so pretty. In PoE 2. Same with Delve. Like the lighting of everything. Oh my god. It would just be just... Oh my god. I can't. It would just look really good. I'm sure it'd play really nice too. You know? I don't think we're getting a lick of Delve. It just sounds like not the right time kind of thing. I hate when this fucking map does this to me. I'm just running around everywhere but where I'm supposed to go. I don't know, you can kind of like metagame it by like looking for a specific like outline. Like you're looking for these little things right here, but anyways. So yeah. I know Jazzers loves Delve. I love Delve. I know he wants Delve. I want Delve. But yeah, we're not getting Delve like at all. We're not getting anything with Delve related in the next league. And I would probably never give my opinion on what's coming the next match if we get Delve, because I will clearly be like I'll clearly see then I've got no sense for what these people are able to do with the time that they're given, and you know, like where their heads at. I would never have my opinion. I would never share my opinion again, because I would never be as wrong as I am now then. Because I truly think we're not getting Delve until after the release. After 1.0. Because my guess is that they would probably want to redo the fuck out of Delve. Keep a lot of the core mechanics, you know, the unending, you know, delving nature of it, but it would probably just look utterly different. Function differently. Produce different things. Like, it would just be totally different, is my guess. You get to it differently, you fuel it differently or whatever. Like, it's my guess.
Those bastard Eternals! I must make them pay! I must make them
Ooh. Come over here. Ouch. Yeah, I would love Delve, no doubt about it, but I don't think we're getting anything with Delve. Yeah, I already talked about Legion. Yeah, I don't know. I think Beast is just a safe bet. I really don't think there's really any point in like discussing like, oh, like, what if it's this? Like, I don't think it's gonna be anything other than Beasts. And I'd be surprised if it's not Beast and it's something completely different, or you know, not like one of any other mechanic. Nothing to me makes more sense than Beast right now. Is what I'm saying. Desert, dude, where's my strength from? You know what I'm saying? Fire damage. Yeah, dude, fuck it, why not? Fuck it, we bow. Not enough strength. So in terms of mechanics, I think that's what we're getting. I think we're getting beasts. It's gonna be like, oh, but I don't know. Like, what would you name it, right? Because they're not one to really like kind of take another step into the same pawn kind of thing. Also, why is Ritual right fucking here? Am I crazy or something? I've never seen Ritual spawn this close. It's always like middle of the map. Oh, really? Okay. Ooh. Let's see what this is, huh? Fire attack speed. Strength! But I need strength to put it on. God damn it. Yeah.
I must maintain a fine balance.
Strength? No strength, but I like it. I want your things in my room. I was looking for a portal scroll. I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know what on earth they could add. I really don't. But I would like Beast. I feel like Beast would be the right next thing. Albeit, I think with the Huntress, it would have made more sense. Or even this update, it would have made more sense to have Beast introduced, since we're so focused around these goddamn animals. And to like do another animal focused kind of thing. Like, I don't know. That also feels a little wrong, but I just don't see any other better time other than now. If the last two stops didn't happen, I don't see where it would make the most sense after the fact now, so. Well, I got strength over here, so you're about to get swapped out, brother. Bam. And I want my motherfucking pouch. What?
I must restrain myself.
I must restrain myself.
Take a punt. You know you want to.
I'll be picking up plenty of gold. I need fucking. I should want that. I'm gonna want this actually. Did I get a 2? No, right? I don't know. Pounce. What does this pounce do? Predator's mark. Summons a wolf. I'm going to be more focused on the mark part of this thing for now. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, shockwave sounds good to me. Can I support it? I can. And yeah, I'll just do like mana siphon or whatever. Okay.
Foul creature. I cannot.
In terms of ascendancies, I think I like the idea of getting that like mirage art, like like magic archer looking shit. That looks cool. Like, I would like that. I think that's cool. I mean, Jazzers also has a good point too about like, it's like kind of the uber pussy ascendancy, magic, you know, like spark and all that cast on crit comet. That's all overpowered, but realistically that's gonna get nerfed to the motherfucking ground, I'm sure. Next league anyways, so let me see what this is like though. Physical, fire, lightning, maybe you get +1, +2 on it.
Another corrupted abomination. Get back here.
Why are you making that sound, dude? It's so weird. Just more ascendancies are good for sure. You know, there's nothing really like bad I can say about ascendancies, like in terms of like, if they had one or they had like 2, like that'd be great, you know. And yeah, the way they did the Lich thing, where it's like a secret kind of like ascendancy, you have to interact with something to get to it, like that's cool as fuck. I would like more of them to do that, and I would like them to be more based off of like their class, like in the same way the Witch has a Lich, because you know it's the Witch. Why wouldn't she have some interaction with Abyss?
Corruption creates strange beasts indeed. Reveal your worth.
And that +1's gonna be so fucking overpowered. Yeah. +1. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't want to talk about that either. The whole +1 argument, like, dude, it sucks. It's so overpowered. Everything is so focused on +1. And I get it, you know, but Jesus, man, like, can you roll that back a little bit? +1 is so aggressive. You know, plus to skill. I want this over here, actually.
Not yet. Vanquished.
Ooh, you know what would be a little bit of a thing, dude. No one's talking about travel skills. Dude, if they put travel skills in the game, you want to talk about fucking confirmation of vision, dude? Travel skills. That will pretty much tell you everything you need to know. Dude, dude, if they put travel skills in the next update, the conversation about Division will be officially fucking shut and done, which I would love nothing more than that. Everyone's talking about Division, slow, fast, slow, fast. People are saying, no, Mark already said he wants it to be fast, but it's like, no, but also, like, everything about the game is clearly showing, like, a bit more methodical, slow, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, the direction of PoE, like, is it trying to be PoE 1.5? Is it trying to be its own thing, blah, blah, blah. Dude, if they, I haven't heard anybody talk about, what if they introduce travel skills to the next update? If they do that, I mean, like, that's it. Like, we know what this game is supposed to be like then. This is going to be PoE 1.5. And I'm going to say it, I don't care. That'd be great. PoE 1's fucking fantastic. Why the hell wouldn't you want... Why the hell wouldn't you want more of it? In this evolved form. Because let's be real, this game feels like an evolution of PoE 1. It doesn't feel like a different game. It just feels like the evolution of it, which is good. Like that, because that is not only 1.5, that's also 2. It's both. You get a lot of the DNA of PoE 1, which is undoubtedly the best ARPG ever, in my opinion. People will say it's Diablo 2. I mean, PoE 1 exists because of Diablo 2. And I get that argument. But the student can become the master, okay? The student can become better than the master. That's what makes the master so good, is that it can create something better than itself. And I think if Diablo 2 is as good as everyone says it is, including the developers and the originator of PoE, I think it's a fair assumption to make that PoE 1 is supposed to be better than Diablo 2. So therefore, what should Path of Exile 2 become, if not better than Path of Exile 1? And I think the only way to do that, in the same way PoE 1 has a lot of the DNA from Diablo 2, or, you know, a lot of its core philosophy behind the game is from Diablo 2, why wouldn't the natural evolution to Path of Exile 1 be Path of Exile 2 while still carrying so much of the DNA? It only makes sense. So I think here's a hot take. We're going to get travel skills. You want to talk about vision? Travel skills. There you go. There's any and every answer to... That's the answer to every question you'll ever have about PoE 2 moving forward. Travel skills. That's it. Do you want something too? Everyone's begged for it for a while now. They added sprint. It's cool. It's a nice mechanic. People still want travel skills. They said they're going to add it. They just don't know, you know, how or when. Like, how to do it the way they feel like PoE 2 should have it. Yeah, travel skills would be a crazy drop. Because right now, what do we have? Blink? And Leap Slam, I think. I have 3 fucking points to put in. Jeez. That was a fun little thought experiment. Little side tangent. I would love movement skills myself. I love being able to just dash around places. It's nice. Especially with how big these maps are, man. These maps are just ridiculously large. They take forever to get through and so on and so forth. Maps can feel like a slog sometimes. Perfect.
I'm unable.
Dude, the sound design for this game is so fucking good.
Not yet.
Yeah, this has been a very uncoordinated, off the top of the dome, just yap session about the next update. But I want it, and everyone wants it. And yeah, I don't really have any like structured opinion on the next update. I'll be honest, like my thoughts are kind of everywhere about it.
The mighty fall.
Yeah, there are just some topics about PoE 2 that I just feel like at this point, you know, it's April 16th.
Was that the
That I've just heard be beaten of
It couldn't be.
absolute death. That I just have no interest in actually putting my 2 cents out there for. Because I really don't even have an original thought at this point. I've heard so many other people's opinions that I just simply agree with. And some that I just don't. But I'm just like, alright, well, someone already said it for me, so. And I just don't have enough of a nuanced take on it. Because, quite frankly, though my hours might say otherwise, I still feel like kind of a casual to some degree. Like, I don't get to play this, you know, 12 hours a day or anything. I've never made my own build. I've never, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not a creator or anything like that. So I'm just kind of a dude who likes this game a lot. I feel like I have like a casual brain almost for this game, just but with an addict's almost like obsession or dedication to it. Not an addict, but you know, just somebody who invests a lot of time into it. like a content creator kind of thing, but just a dude who comes home after work and wants to play it. Which I know there are some content creators that still have a job and, you know, play the game, make content, whatever. It's a normal thing. Yeah, I think the only really nuanced thing I have is like, what if they add movement skills? Like, I haven't heard anyone say that. Like, have you thought about that? Like, what happens then? Like I said, vision conversation pretty much shuts up tight. Real quick. If that gets introduced. Where's this last fucking ritual at? Oh. Yeah, I'm not really good at doing this whole talking and playing thing. No, I'm staying.
These men
What?
they exalt.
No. Damn, I'm slow. In terms of ascendancies, I mean, I have to say I'm kind of on the boat with Talkative Try in a way. Like I do want Acolyte Chayula to have like an actual chaos derived, you know, attack skill. You know, 2 to 3. Preferably one that scales with chaos damage. That's not just like built off a unique that converts a certain kind of damage to chaos.
I carry few possessions, and I don't have room for that. Yeah, I want
I'm gonna save this. Oh. Physical damage, no evidence. Just stat. This. Yeah, I want Acolyte Shayla to be a worthwhile. Not that it's not, right? There's plenty of builds that make good use of it. But I want more. I want more out of Acolyte Shayla. I always thought like this, you know, evil monk shit, chaos, purple damage, whatever. Like, I always thought that was really cool. And I feel like it's really not there. I mean, not saying that, oh, player count determines how good something is, you know. Like, Witch Hunter was pretty low for a long time. Try to figure something out with it. Now it's like a really good ascendancy, right? All of a sudden, just because somebody figured it out. I'm sure Acolyte Shayla has a similar thing, but I mean, I know a lot of people have tried. It's got some good stuff to it, but not quite there. Especially not on damage. It's probably pretty good on like regen and uptime on certain things, but not enough. It's just me, you can't really see the enemies like almost at all. These cornfields, the wheat fields. The Druid's other ascendancy, I mean, Druid's cool. I like Druid. I'm not really pressed about it. Why him getting his third? Should be cool. And PoE1 definitely taught me, like, dude, min-maxing is where it's at. Like, when I first played PoE2, I played, like, every ascendancy, and I brought every ascendancy to endgame, and I just messed with them, and blah, 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 and that was really cool. But min-maxing, dude, that's what's up. That's what's fun.
Thank you. Yes?
That's some big old lips, dude.
Take a pun. Boy then. Yes?
I'll break you down, Wait. Yeah, I'll just break you down, it's whatever. You could be really good. Yeah, I don't know what I want my spirit to be yet, so I'm not gonna do anything with it just quite yet. Cast speed? Alright, you're immediately trash.
Please, take your time.
Okay.
Oh, stay safe, if you can.
Do you like me? You know, like the way she talks, I don't know if she likes me or just like really worried about me. Either way, you need to chill. Well, attributes, I'll take that. It's funny. With the 3 uniques I got, 2 of them are the same. Melee damage, huh? Where even are this jewel slots over here? I'll probably just do this. Let's move into this. Get some fizz. Shit's ridiculous, dude. Mirror. Why?
This hooded one. Here's what I've got.
But you don't fuck with the dude in the hood? Alright. He's cool. Hmm. Bah, what a waste.
Here's what I got. If you find a fight out there,
Am I even gonna want this? Any damage? Not really.
Who knows what prizes await? Not bad, either.
Yeah, let me pick up this thing from him.
Perhaps this will assuage the girl's despair.
I think
Music aids the ordering of the mind.
This is a pretty good set of nodes, you know? Like 30, 55 increased attack damage just off of these 4 nodes. That's a nice little set right there. I don't want to talk about the skill trees. Just what a fucking infinite conversation that is. Classes, I don't think we're getting any classes. That's too much. I'm sure the druid was only hard because of this shape-shifting thing. You know, I'm sure that's like the main thing, because they were going to ship it together. They didn't, even though the shape-shifting can be done on any class. I'm sure the druid wasn't that hard. It was just this animal shit. Like, we talked about the wings and just the movement of it all. Like, does the bear walk backwards? like that probably took weeks of development time, just deciding and figuring out and testing and, you know. So, I mean, you know, a new class is possible. They talked about, like, oh, we can't ship it out without swords. Which doesn't mean it's going to come before the shipping of 1.0. Also, that's the other thing. Why does everyone think...
A treasure waiting to be claimed.
Why does everyone think that Exile Con is going to mean the release of 1.0? I don't think they're going to release it at Exile Con. I get no vibe that that's the case. I get no sense that that's going to be the case. I think they'll use it just to, like, you know, just like a marker, you know, like, oh, this is where we're at. This is the plan. This is timeline. Also, here's a big update. Like, another big update. They'll probably use it to, like, hey, we're finishing. Here's the Marauder or Duelist, whatever. They'll do with the swords. Here's the do with the swords, and here's the rest of the campaign. This is when 1.0 should come out. It'll come out with the rest of the classes and ascendancies and new league mechanic and blah 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 blah. Or here's the rest of the league mechanics from PoE run, kind of thing. Maybe the rest of them, just the ones that they know that they want to port over. Because I don't think they want to port over all of them. I don't get that sense either, that they're going to want to port over everything. You know, the good thing about YouTube and streaming to, like, nobody is that YouTube is, like, it's a repository. Another word that I don't feel like is the right word. Nope, not Destiny 2 map. Definition. Actually, the right word this time. Yeah, YouTube feels more like a repository that, like, I don't know, like, I like this game a lot. I think I'm going to be playing this for a long time. So long as they keep developing it. As long as there's support for the game. I think there will be for a long time. So I figured, you know what, let me just start putting these things out there. I don't really think it's going to catch on. Once I start trying to, like, metagame this shit. Like, do the thumbnail thing, do the unique content thing, nuanced content, nuanced takes, drama farm, whatever, clickbait. Once I start doing all that shit, I don't think I'm really gonna get anywhere with it, but you know, you never know. Why not? Doesn't hurt. I feel like my take is unique in that I am about as average Joe as they come. Just with maybe a bit more fun, not to take this term out of context, but a bit more of a, let me see what's in here. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'll take it, sure. Yeah, not to take this term out of context, but, you know, a bit of an autistic, like, interest in this game. I used to work from home. I used to have such a paranoid, like, just such a paranoia about, like, having any presence on the internet that isn't, like, professional. And now, I'm just a plumber. I feel great. I feel good about my life. I feel good about, like, myself and that, like, I don't really care what people think about me and, oh, like, he cursed, like, on the internet. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm a goddamn plumber, bro. Like, my value is my knowledge. My ability to communicate information on plumbing and plumbing systems to homeowners. And most of my clientele does not watch PoE 2 content ever. So, I don't think I really care. I don't think these two will almost ever overlap. So, I feel fine. And if they do in some way, that's kind of hilarious, to be honest. That's more funny than not. Yeah, I'm unapologetically, like, vocal about some of my interests, so I like PoE. I think it's a good game. It's a video game. The world can be a harsh and scary place, and doesn't seem to get any less harsh or less scary by the hour, really. And Path of Exile has just been kind of a comfort game for me. Just kind of a good way to just ignore all that. And obviously, I don't want to talk about politics ever on this channel or anything. I have my opinions on politics. I feel like when people say, "Oh, I don't want to talk about politics," you kind of, like, more or less know where they're leaning towards, in my opinion. But I'm gonna just keep that as is, right? That being said, I like Path of Exile. I think it's a fun game, and it's been my comfort game. It's been something I just enjoy doing when I'm not working, because it's just my brain is able to just kind of flip into a different channel, one where things aren't so serious, because my job can be pretty serious. You know, I'll go to a house and, like, they'll have, like, a, you know, some problem, and sometimes they can't afford our solution, and sadly, I feel pretty confident that they won't be able to afford most of the solutions from anybody, because plumbing is just expensive these days, you know? Like, getting plumbing work from a professional is, like, it's kind of expensive. You know, that can be kind of shitty sometimes, like having to tell people, hey, you have this problem, this is your solution, but they just can't afford it. You know, that kind of sucks. Or sometimes they can. Well, they still really can't, but you know, they'll take out a loan, they'll shell out some money, or they use a credit card because they have such a serious issue that they just have to do something about. And that can kind of suck sometimes. You know? So I kind of like that Path of Exile feels not so serious. Just a game. But there's so much to it that being able to just divest so much time into it and get something out of it feels good without the weight behind it. Like plumbing has a lot of similar qualities to it where it's a lot of time investment. Oopsie. Ooh my gosh. It's a lot of time investment. Learning plumbing, getting good at it, selling it, doing it. And you get stuff back out of it. You know, you get better. You learn to do more complicated work. I can probably go on and on about plumbing and the myriad opinions I have about it. That's another kind of nuanced thing I think about me that I think I kind of bring to the table. I'm a fucking tradesman. Like, I'm sure there's lots of people, I know there's lots of guys out there who are probably in the trades who play this game. But I don't think most of them are as autistic about it as I am. Have the converging of different aspects of my life experiences that somehow got me to be a Path of Exile 2 enjoyer, and then also have as much time invested in it as I have. Because most trades guys are probably, you know, wife, kids, they go fishing, they go hunting, they have just different interests than a video game, let alone one as, are you kidding me? I got baited. As kind of neurodivergent, autistic, whatever, as this game's audience tends to lean towards. So I feel like I probably bring that to the table, just that kind of unique perspective on things. I'm very like problem solver-esque about things because that's just my job. It's what I do every day and I like it. So yeah, maybe I should do something like that. Like position myself. Path of plumbing. Something, I don't know, that's stupid. Path of plumbing. There's something there. That's stupid though. That's kind of dumb, but I think it's funny. That's probably why I should do it. Riveted mitts. I've noticed though, I don't think I've seen a single toilet in this game. Nobody shits in Path of Exile, huh? Nobody has to take a piss, like ever. Well, that'd be a cool little thing, right? Like finding plumbing in this game, if there's any. Honestly, I don't think I've seen any. I could be wrong. Finding plumbing and then just seeing if it's like, you know, if it meets code, like with this pass today kind of thing. It'd be kind of funny. Or do something like that. Little video about plumbing in Path of Exile. Also, I'm gonna probably just, I also want to keep doing this just because like I feel like practicing just fucking yapping for hours on end is very hard to do. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I just kind of want to shut up. I don't want to talk. Like, I don't know how people do this, like, as a living, dude. That's crazy. Just talking non-stop for hours about the same fucking thing. Like, I can see why this turns people away from the thing that they like, you know. It starts to feel like a job in that it's a lot of like effort, a lot of work doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and you become like though that's your thing. You build your audience around it. And the day you're like, hey guys, I want to do something different, you're just a dead audience. Like, nobody's watching you because nobody's watching you for anything other than the content that you make specific to the original content. Like, you know, obviously that's like, you know, not really the case these days, especially for Path of Exile like content creators. I feel like a lot of them can play a lot of different games and people still watch them. That just speaks to like their uniqueness, their like the fact that they're just very interesting. Yeah, interesting brains for the most part. Like, I'd watch Izern play like pretty much anything. I'd watch Gazi play anything. I'd probably watch Jazzers do, you know, whatever he wants to do. Mathel, he could play motherfucking anything. Quinn, you know, all them. All the people that get clipped and exiled again. It's probably like I treat this like a little Path of Exile diary, honestly. I watched a video recently of, yeah, I'll just do that. This is a little like content brain diary dump for Path of Exile related shit. That's what I'll just do for now. Eventually one person will hear me and be like, this guy's got a real cool take on shit or something, and then they'll just keep watching me. And they'll be like one of my regulars or some shit. Anyways, I watched a video. It was Gazi, Darth, Micro, and Jazzerus. And Jazzerus brings up a point at how, like, when he got into PoE during, you know, at the start of PoE 2, similar to me, similar to a lot of people. Let's be real. Most people got into Path of Exile these days. Like, let's say out of 100 people who are aware of Path of Exile, they got to do 50% of them got into it because of Path of Exile 2. No doubt about it. They definitely doubled their fan base just off of PoE 2. Anyways, there was a point in the video where he's talking about how, like, you know, he wasn't really making content, and then he decided to start making content, and it's gonna be about Path of Exile 2. You know, he was like, well, what the fuck's a ritual? What the fuck is a this? What's a that? What's a this? And so he would go and watch Gazi's videos and Darth Micro Transactions videos. DMT. I just realized Darth Microtransaction. DMT. It just hit me. His shit is literally DMT. And he's a smart motherfucker, so he's probably done some drugs. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna start calling him DMT because that's just a little quicker. The Darth Microtransactions. Like, what a fucking name, dude. DMT. Anyways, he was on a video with DMT and Gazi, and he starts talking about how, like, you know, he was watching their videos and shit, you know, to like kind of learn the game, learn Path of Exile, some of it, you know, as much as he could while he's learning, making content, blah blah blah. And then now he's like on a podcast with them, kind of thing, like doing a video with them, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy, you know, like it's kind of weird to think, because for the most part, if I ever get any following, it's gonna be weird, because in a sense, I'm like on the other end of parasocial, like the other extreme end of it, where it's like Gazi, DMT, Zizarin, Mathel, Quinn, all of them, right? They don't really exist. Like, they're not real people. Like, they just exist on this screen of mine, on my second monitor. That's where they exist. Like, yeah, I know Zizarin has like a kid, I think, and he lives in Switzerland or something? Denmark? one of those fucking places, you know? One of those OECD nations that have free healthcare. Like, he lives in one of those countries. I know he's got like a wife. I think she's blonde. And I think Gazzy has a kid too. I have no idea what his wife looks like. I don't know how old the kid is or whatever. Like Steel Mage, I know he just had a kid. Like, that's awesome, by the way. Congrats. From the past. Because if this ever makes it to you, it's probably a long time from now. You know what I mean? Like, I know some of this stuff because they talk about it. They just talk about it. But even having this knowledge, I just feel like, you know, they're not real people. Like, they don't really exist. Like, so if I'm ever having a conversation on like a fucking podcast where I have a face cam on and I'm talking to them about Path of Exile, if I ever make it to that point, I'm gonna feel fucking weird. Also, my mistake, by the way. I've been mentioning all these people for, you know, past like whatever minutes. Bro, X the farmer? X? Just the farmer? That old feeble Asian man? Fucking awesome. I love him. He's like top 3 for me. My PoE Mount Rushmore, you know? The farmer, no question. Because when I think about like people who are smart at the game, like he's got this like, he's one of those like naturally, okay, I'm gonna glaze him a little bit here. Like, he seems to me like one of the kinds of people where like you give him a new hobby and he's gonna just become really good at it in one way or another, you know? Like, he's either gonna invest a lot of time and get really good at it, he's gonna be naturally good at it, he's gonna have a nuanced take on it. Like, it's just a very interesting person for sure. I think he's cool, right? And then there's Belton. And I feel like in some way they both harbor an overlapping space. Because both of them, like, I'm sure Belton probably does laps around the farmer when it comes to crafting and like just that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know how to I don't know how to word this, but like where one knows how to craft efficiently to get to a profitable thing. One knows how to craft efficiently to get to the desired outcome. That's not always solely based on, well, actually, I don't know. I would kind of like to see them. Have they ever like talked to each other? Has there ever been a video with both of them in it or something? That'd be an interesting like thing to watch. Because I feel like they're both really pretty smart at craft. I mean, well, pretty smart is an understatement. Belton's obviously the fucking crafting god. Like, let's be real. Like, Belton is just, and you know, also economically too. Like, that motherfucker's got like a fuck ton of mirrors. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's ever been like an intersection between the two, but that'd be interesting. Like, immovable object, unstoppable force kind of thing. Like, I feel like Belton's the immovable object. Farmer's unstoppable force. If that makes any sense. See, now I'm sounding parasocial. Anyways. Yeah, it's just the idea of like ever communicating with any of these content creators that I've been watching for over a year now would be kind of like fourth wall breaking for me. It'd probably like weird me out. I probably wouldn't like believe it, and not in some like fangirly way. Don't get me wrong. What? You know, I didn't know you can actually go down these stairs. Kind of fourth wall breaking probably, or like to see one of my clips on like Exiled again, like that'd kind of break my brain a little bit probably. Don't get me wrong, I love what I do, like work wise. I love plumbing, I really do. It's like my kind of my passion, I guess. But sometimes, and I blame this game for it, I kind of wish I could just play this for money, you know? I could just make content, be a content creator, make a living off of this game, off the Path of Exile, be a content creator. But like, I don't want to be a content creator for like any other game. Like, and I have a history of like trying to stream and shit. That was alright. I was definitely not in the right headspace. I was pretty depressed. I didn't like my job, and I was just doing it as a pure escape. Like, just pure escapism and nothing else. Like, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna die here, I feel. I'm not doing enough damage to these guys. What is going on? Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna lock in for a second. There we go. You know, I could do Ice Strike right now. Why am I doing all this bullshit wolf stuff?
Few possessions, and I don't have room for that.
I'm gonna teleport back to the thing real quick. Question: what do these do? Mining damage, physical. Okay. On a magic item. Upgrades a magic item to a rare. Okay. Do I have a good staff? No, I don't. Oh, let's do physical for sure. Right? Increase physical.
Take a look.
Man, that could be better, man. I'm gonna start selling some shit, but start redoing some stuff. I want.
Deal.
It won't a oh shit! I should have fucking.
Till next time. Anything take your fancy?
Let me just pause right real quick. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot. This is now a thing. So I should probably just put this on and shut up about the fucking lightning damage. Yeah. Let me just do this. This will pretty much fix what I was complaining about. Minions, okay. I'll just do this for now. Swap over and do it later. Although, Arctic Owl would be nice. That'd probably be good. Is there a magnified effect on this? Oops. Magnified, yep. I like it when it's big. I don't know what I was talking about anymore. But oh yeah, that I don't know, I wasn't really happy with what I was doing with my job. At the end of the day, like looking back, you know, everything happens. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie when I say this. I kind of hate when people say everything happens for a reason. It's like, no, things happen and then you form the reason. Like you justify the outcome kind of thing, you know? Like you rationalize it, you compartmentalize it, you make it palatable, you make it something you can bear, right? So I don't believe in the whole everything happens for a reason. Like as if like the thing happened because it had some cognitive like intention to cause and affect your life in some way. Like that's stupid. I'm not a believer in that. I think that's kind of, that's just a little, it's annoying. It's trite. Like I just don't fuck with that kind of logic or lack of, in my opinion, or absent or like exclusion of, you know, like logic. I just don't like that thinking. That being said, I feel like I definitely got let go from my work from home job for a reason. Like, and that's definitely, you know, I'm well aware that you know, I compartmentalized it and ended up being one of the best things ever, honestly. So like, don't be afraid, you know, when life takes a turn, like, you know, that's life for you. Just takes turns. Takes a left, takes a right, takes a U-turn. On ramp, off ramp. Makes a stop, whatever. Alright, let's see if I can... Yeah, oh yeah. Am I supposed to do the howl when he's frozen? Oh, freezes primed enemies, okay. So just to freeze him preemptively, but I froze him in like 3 hits, so. Anyways. He does not stay frozen for long, for sure. Alright. I remember my first time fighting this guy, dude. It did not go well, but it was so fucking cool. The fact that he's reciting a poem to you while gang stalking you is just awesome. Oh. Bada bing. Yeah, now he's like super easy, so.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment.
The madness. It consumed my being. Oriana used it against
I sound alright. I just listened to my stream for a second.
I found from the desert.
Yeah.
From the Vastiri.
From Vastiri.
Find her. Kill her.
Kill her.
But first,
I guess his face in there. Stop the madness. As you wish. So good. Voice line deliveries in this game are just unreasonably peak. They're so fucking good. So goddamn good. Yeah, it's fine, yeah. Alright,
Who knows what prizes await? Sure, I'll take it off your hands.
oh, I think I've ads. Anyways, yeah, I feel like just talking about it kind of break my brain a bit. Like, it's just, that'd be so weird. Not that I'm against it. I would just find that a little like, oh, that's crazy. Again, not to be all like, oh my gosh, hi Gazzy, hi Cesarean, or whatever. But, you know what I mean. I think anyone who like can, for a moment, just envision themselves talking to someone they watch like a lot on their computer, just suddenly talking to them in real time is probably a little jarring. It'd be cool, you know. I think they're all mostly cool people. Like, that's why I like this game a lot too, because like the community kind of has like, you know, it's got a lot of just like chill people. Not gonna lie, I'm intimidated by a lot of them in terms of their brain. I feel like all of them are just way smarter than me. Like, I feel like for me to understand Path of Exile 1 to the degree that I do now, it took a lot of great mental effort, and I know I'm still nowhere near like, you know, just understanding. But then again, similar to the whole plumbing thing, they simply just have a lot of years on me. That's all. They're also just generally smart people, I think. think another thing for me that this is more like a personal note. I think about this game like literally throughout my day, like while at work. Like Path of Exile in general, or not just this PO2 or 1 or whatever. Like I have a lot of opinions about this game, weirdly enough. I don't really had this many opinions about any game. Because of the live nature of it. I just feel like it lends itself to like discourse. Because it's live, people interact with it live, it's, you know, real time. There's an economy factor to it. Like there's a lot of stuff to it that I feel like it will naturally find its way into being a game that is to be discussed more than it is just to be played, or just as much it is to be played. Like kind of like an Overwatch or like a Marvels or Call of Duty or EVE Online or RuneScape or World of Warcraft or what have you. Like because there's a live nature to it, it's not just like a God of War or something, like a single player. It's just it's a game that is in some way shaped by the fact that it's interacted with real time by a lot of other people real time. And therefore the experience that you will experience is in some way shaped or formed by other people. That I think it's like a natural byproduct that this game will have people with opinions about it, which I think is also cool. But I'm getting at is that like I feel like for me, because I do have opinions on it, and I'm pretty like jumble brained about shit. Like I should probably write some of the stuff down on my phone, like just at least topics of discussion, you know, just yap like 10-15 minutes and just upload it, you know. Like this is a long stream of consciousness that I'm not trying to undermine myself or whatever, but you know, it's a little too all over the place. It's not really consumable. It's like a keep on the background kind of thing. Nothing wrong with that either. Oops. I was about to use a portal scroll. Ooh, what was that sound? Oh, it's my guy just fucking. I'll do crit stuff later. I just want to get to this node now. I need dexterity. Shit. Like a topic I think about a lot, right, is like for now, like with PoE2, because I've been part of like, you know, the launch of it and stuff. Excuse me. Hell yeah. Because I've like, you know, I've been playing since launch. I feel like, and I've played every league, and I've spent a lot of hours in each league and so on. And the economy is so pressurized in this game. Way more than, like, PoE1's economy feels like a fucking country. Like, there's just multiple, like, arms of the economy. For Titwu. Titwu. Like, you meant titties. I'm a global chat enjoyer. I love just reading this shit. I'll also partake in it sometimes, so, but like I feel kind of like anxious at the league start, because I feel like it's a gold mine rush every league start. Five Gun will make his talking points once the patch notes are out about what will likely be meta. As will everyone. I'm not gonna just put this all on Fubgun or whatever, but he is kind of an economic terrorist. Respectfully, of course. You know, it's just how I feel. I don't know if anyone else feels like this, to be honest. I feel a bit of an anxiety almost, like at the league start, like to rush to endgame and then just do my best to get as much money as I can and try to figure out what's a market I can corner, or like what's the most efficient way of making money. Like, I feel like that kind of ruins the experience of a league start for me to some degree. And obviously it's a complete like personal choice almost to even feel that way. Cause ain't nobody fucking, do I want this? Armor evasion. I don't want to lose the energy shields. Where's my evasion at? Dick, nothing. I'll get some more evasion. That shouldn't hurt. Like I don't want to be left behind. You know, like I want to be able to buy the things that I want to. Blah 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 blah. I feel like in PoE 1, there's so much room and so many avenues to make money that I never really feel like stressed to like make my money. Like the current league for Path of Exile 1, which is Mirage. I made a Templar and I was doing Holy Hammers first, like a week or two maybe. I moved real slow through the campaign. I was following Wooly's guide for it, or just not really his guide. I mean, kind of his guide, but you know, he was literally making it as he was playing too. So I was kind of playing blind whenever I didn't have anything else to follow from him until he made his update. And then sure enough, I just kind of stopped because I was just like, my brain's not like quite there yet with understanding builds and whatever, and being able to kind of fill in the gaps or whatever. Like I kind of have to follow one to a sort of a T to like get anywhere. So after that was unsuccessful because it just took a little too long, and I was kind of feeling frustrated again because I'm just like, oh, I'm just not getting what I'm doing wrong or what I'm missing, blah blah blah. By the way, shout out to the random guy who helped me with my Cyclone build and helping me figure out like why I kept dying so much. Like random dude in chat. I just asked like, hey, I'm stupid, can someone help me, blah blah blah. And a random guy just like started asking me like all kinds of questions to help me figure it out, and figured it out. And now that build was able to kill Ubers, so it feels good. Anyways, back to the whole like I don't know, I just feel like a sort of anxiety, especially after this temple, the Val Temple League. Like, dude, I'm probably gonna be as nervous as I've ever been to like, I gotta make sure I follow the most meta thing and blah blah blah. And like, I kind of, you know, I kind of hate that, and I don't know like how to circumvent that, because I mean I need currency for crafting at a minimum, and or buying at a maximum, and I'm just not like meta brained enough to like foresee things, I guess. I mean, I'm gonna try my best whenever the patch notes come out, or whenever even the video starts to come out, like the big reveal one before patch notes even. I'm gonna read it everything over and blah blah blah. I'm gonna do my best to kind of like sort of predict like what will be meta, or at the very least figure out what the shovels will be. Like, figure out the things that I need to farm that is the shovels for those who will be doing the mining, if you will, or the digging, or whatever. Because I don't want to, I don't know, I hate that, like, in a way, I feel like if I'm not making enough currency, like, I'm not having fun. Which is... I mean, you listen to, like, any of these content creators, at the end of the day, they'll say the same thing about, like, you know, if you're not having fun, like, you're doing it wrong kind of thing. And they're right. That is very true. It can just be a little difficult when you're not able to invest as much time as they can. And ultimately, they are very much the market makers and the market movers, right? Like, I mean, look at the original Sin dilemma with PoE1. Like, a card that was worth almost a mirror at some point. Almost 1 mirror per card. But I think the highest I saw was like 780 or something. And mirrors are worth like 900 divine or some shit at the time of that card. Like, that's incredibly ridiculous. And it's just because Fubgun kind of, you know, made this build with the original Sin on it, which is the ring the cards give you. You needed 16 of those cards to get that fucking ring. So a single ring was worth about 16 mirrors. A single unique ring that has been in the game before. I'm pretty damn sure it's been in the game because it's been in PoE 2. So it just, that kind of like insane volatility in the market just makes me makes me nervous. Because that kind of shit happens in this game where, like, you know, certain uniques or certain whatevers will just go for so much fucking money, you know, currency, whatever. And you know, it just makes me feel like, fuck, if I don't have the currency to get the really nice thing, to get the really strong thing, then I can't play the game as efficiently or whatever. Again, this is all like a me problem thing, like, but I don't know, I wonder if anyone else like feels that sort of anxiety as well, of like, oh, like when I need to be on when the league start comes on, I need to rush through the campaign as efficiently as possible, like definitely not speedrunner times, but I gotta beat the majority of people, like like I gotta be at least in the top like 90th percentile kind of thing, like otherwise, like, I'm gonna be behind, I'm gonna have a bad time, like all this other shit. And not just like, because when I played PoE 2 for the first time, I didn't even know there was a trading market. I didn't even know you could trade in this game. I didn't even know there was an economy. I had no idea how the fuck the currency exchange, I didn't even know there was a currency exchange for like a week. So yeah, and then I remember the first thing I learned about, when I first learned about trading, I put like some item up for like, I don't know, like 1 Exile or some stupid shit like that. And I got spammed so fucking hard. And I was like, oh, I guess this is probably a good item. It was, let me see if I can find it. I'm forgetting the name of it, but. Like gloves. Okay. Like, it was like a glove. It was these key tokos. Yeah, I remember I put these up for like nothing, I guess. I got spammed. Tried haggling, they were not having it. So how many uniques are there in comparison to PoE2? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. There's so many uniques in this game. God, and they had these Foulborn uniques. That's really it? I just don't have much. But you would think, right, that like with so little, almost like a pressure cooker, these things, most of these should have found their build. You would think by now, like, I mean, I'm a believer in that you can make a build around everything. It won't be like a meta build. It won't be like, oh yeah, this build fucking one shots Uber Arbiter or whatever. But like, maybe not around a single, like, you know, making a build around Adiran's tusks, you know, but, you know, using it in a build composition that like, makes this like, oh, this is the best in slot for this kind of build, kind of thing. And I'm sure there are unique, so you can make an entire build around like these, like the Mjolnirs, for example. It's another one. The Quicksilvers, the Splinters for a while. I remember the Pillar of the Cage God was another one in 0.1. These unique ones are all trash, bro. Nobody fucks with these unique ones ever. They're all always bad. They're like really good starters. Like twink builds and shit. I remember the Widow Hell was fucking busted in 0.1. Chicken Wing. Palm of the Dreamer. This is a good one. This is a good unique because you can, like, a whole build is around just this, right? Last Lament's another good one. I did a Voltaxic Rift build. This was really fun. I really like this one. I really like this one. This is a good, like, poison arrow build. Very efficient. I think Combs Heart's another one. You can make like a more of like a bleed focused-ish build, like life as mana thing. Queen of the Forest, High Desire. These are all good. Like you can do a lot just off of those. I mean, Temporalis. What hasn't been said about Temporalis? Dude, the Coming Calamity was such a cool idea. It just, I never really saw anything really pop off with it. I thought this was gonna be like a fucking game changer unique. Having all three heralds on at all times, all leveled up. Just never really fucking went anywhere. Black Sun Crest. That tower helmet that's no longer in the game. I've seen people do stuff with this one. I remember people talking about this helmet in PoE1 like being like really good, and that, oh my god, it's coming to PoE2, and just never really went anywhere either. The gloves. Oh, the gloves are really strong in this game. That series, Acuity. I know Tree Fingers is a good one sometimes. What's another one? Snake Bites, Maligaros, Virtuosity. People use like this as a rarity Orobot. Death Articulate is another good one. Gravebind is another good one. Plague Fingers. Hands of Wisdom in action. In 0.1, another one that was just ridiculously busted. Essentia, Sanguis, I've seen people do that. Thunderfist, of course, for the Hollow Palm stuff. Of course, wait for gas arrows. Trample Toe for like fucking every build. So many builds use Trample Toe. These are gonna get nerfed, I'm sure, again. I've seen some cool things with the Shank gone. No real good builds around shield other than Bogs, and then Mahuzadl's Machination when this was like able to get like really high. Like this used to go up to 666 as well. Sun Splinters, those are really good. That's a decent one too, I guess. Threaded Light. Where's Wrathpith? Did I miss it? Is it in a focus? Oh, there it is. Yeah. I mean, some of these are like essential in like every high-end build. No real good quivers. Other than Kadiro's Gambit. Amulets. I remember the Everlasting Gaze was okay. I mean, Choir of the Storm, definitely this league. Again, 0.1 Escher Manus. I've seen a lot of stuff which does struggle screams. I remember the Beacon of Aziz was like really good for a minute. A lot of rings, a lot of them are duds these days. Like, no one's really doing anything with them. So, original sin in this game is 100% of elemental damage. Is it also elemental damage in original? All elemental damage converted, but nearby enemies chaos resistance is 0. That's why this shit's busted. Because this does not have that. This one's good too, but not as good. Because I don't think there's anything that converts anything's chaos to 0 in this game. But this game does have Rakiata's Flow, which is like similar to this, but it's a support gem and it's for elemental damage, not just or concept is inverted. And just gamble really just for the reduced rarity. And belts. Bjorn? Bishuborn? I don't know how to say this one. Oh, this one's good for like something I'm forgetting. I'm guessing it's the increased charges gained for charms. There's Lotha's Coils, another good one for Fizz. Fizz build, Headhunter, always good. This one's good for like ES focus stuff with some evasion I've seen. Utility Bell Ingenuity used to be fucking goated. This one was so busted. I don't know how that ever got past like first round. So these tablets, right? I want to see these real quick. Great classes for what? Breach? See, what's an otherworldly breach? Oops. Yeah, it's just a breach, okay. So this guarantees a breach in your map. Breaches expand to at least 20 meters in radius. Breaches remain open while they're okay, so they're alive. Breaches and map provides a reduced monster density. That's Kiss and Curse shit. You want more monsters. So I'm guessing you want the negative 10% slower, right? It's like inverse. Like it's increasing then at that point as you get further away from the mirror. So this is probably good for delirium stuff. Projects, that one. Mirror Spirit. This is good for like juicing bosses. Unforeseen consequences. Adds Abyss to the map. Map is overrun by Abyssal. These are good. These are still good. Rule Hegemony. Additional modifier. Visions of Paradise. Radiate. Basically, it's good for rerunning maps. Ritual. Favors a ritual and area costs. Okay, twice as many times. So I think with the passive tree, Atlas tree right now, you can get like 4 rerolls or something. This makes you can roll it 8 times, I think. So that's good, I guess. Expedition monsters in your maps spawn with half their life missing. This is probably good too. These are probably only, well, some of the good ones, I guess, but cultivated uniques with that cultivating orb shit. Oh yeah, I guess this fucking update had the that one helmet. This one plus 4 to level of all skills is, yeah, as busted as it comes at the current state of the game, at least. So anyways, I'm probably done for now, so all right, logging this diary off. Bye bye, see you tomorrow.